this thing. And I finally tried it. And now I'm the guy who will shut up about it. My house, $99. And honestly, I was like, here we go, another scam. Like, no, they actually give you like $10.
Charlie Papa, Moesia, Papa, oh, Charlie Papa, Moesia, aye. Charlie Papa, Moesia, Papa, oh, Charlie Papa, Moesia, aye. If I am a man, I was, no one know what you are doing. But if I am a man, I was, no part. Tamono take, Tamono go. Up a season, never home, make out. Me mellow, I know. I say, Janano, I say, you're at your phone. Never home, make out. Tali Papa, Moesia, Papa, oh. Tali Papa, Moesia, aye. Charlie Papa, Moesia, Papa, oh, Charlie Papa, Moesia, aye.
Biafrans reject global conspiracy against the Biafran people. This comment uses media to demand unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the State of Biafra, Mazi, Ekpa, Chuks, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long time. Say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand immediate release to unconditional release of Prime Minister Mazi Simon global conspiracy against the Biafra is unacceptable. We will never accept it. Doesn't matter how we try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent watching the atrocities committed against the Biafra. Mazi Simon is only asking for the freedom of the people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent life. Free Mazi Simon now.
This is my weekend word. This is my confusion word. This is too body brand. Body brand. I'm in Italy, USA. About the one lady girl. Body they go to work. Body they work for bank. When I enter for motor. Wherever they go. Wherever they go. Opposite goodie. But then at the other side. Along the Sukuru Road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I say, Tata. And I'm waiting they happen. And I'm waiting they happen. And I'm at the body by. See no day for that. See no day for that. If we better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. That I'm waiting. That I'm waiting. This is my weekend word. This is my confusion word. This is too body brand. Body brand. I'm in Italy, USA. About the one lady girl. Body they go to work. Body they work for bank. When I enter for money.
Welcome, 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 welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program. I welcome every one of you that has connected. As you all know, we have been waiting. It is a special day. I thank you for joining wherever you are joining from across the world, whether you are joining us on TikTok, you are joining us on Facebook, you are joining us on YouTube, or you're joining us on X. Any place you are joining us, I welcome you to this program and I appreciate you. I thank you for being part of the program. Please, as you join, like and share the program, invite someone to come because this is a very important program. A very important program. We have waited for this time and finally here are we. We have been talking about the appeal case of our Prime Minister Mazi Ekpa and finally here are we. Remember, in this platform, we do not come to this platform to instigate violence. We don't come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. All we do in this platform is to preach the gospel of Biafra, to present the truth and nothing but the truth. That is what we do in this platform. In this platform, you are entitled to your opinion. Likewise, I am entitled to mine. The only thing you can do is that if you have a superior argument, present it forward. If you have a superior argument, feel free to request for the link. Request for the link. I will send you the link. You join me and present your superior argument and let the world be the judge. Wherever you are watching, whether you are watching from Biafra land, from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, from Canada, from New Zealand, you are watching us from Israel, you're watching from Iran, you're watching from Ukraine or from Russia. I welcome you and I appreciate you. I thank you for being in this platform. My purpose of being here is to give an update on our Prime Minister Mazi Ekpa. Remember, our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi, while he is battling his own case in Nigeria and also in the United States on international level, Mazi Ekpa today is going out for his own case in Finland. The long-awaited appeal case of Mazi Ekpa is kicking off today. And as we know, the preparation and the arrangements are starting today, but the major hearing is going to be happening on the 10th, when it will be much more open than we are. But as we proceed, I will continue to give you updates on what is happening in Finland. Yesterday, we saw Biafrans in large number. Biafrans attended yesterday in a very large number. There were many Biafrans in Finland for the protest. And the protest was a great success. The protest yesterday was a great success. I appreciate everyone that made it to Finland. Everyone that have played one role or the other to make it a success. And those who did not attend, but they were able to promote the program. They were able to encourage and pray for the success of the program. I equally appreciate every one of you. So I thank everybody who has participated in any way or manner on the case of Mazi Ekpa. It is a very amazing thing to see that Biafrans are not backing down. No matter the obstacles we are facing, no matter the trials we are facing, no matter the challenges we are facing, no matter all the enemies that surround us, we continue to march on without looking back. I appreciate every one of you that have stood their ground and stood by our Prime Minister, Mazi Ekpa Joko. Regardless all the attack, all the hatred, all the lies, so many lies that have been told against our Prime Minister, and yet our Prime Minister never gave up. And so many of us, we never gave up on him because we knew what he stands for. No matter the lies they preach, no matter the propaganda and blackmail they present, we know what he stands for. And because we knew what he stands for, that is why we are not shaking. That is why we are not shaking in any angle, in any corner. We stood our ground and made sure that we continue to support him up to this moment as we speak. And many Biafrans were able to make it to Finland. So many of you have shown so many videos. I played so many videos yesterday showing Biafrans who made it to Finland. I played so many videos which many of you have seen, and many Biafrans were able to make it to Finland. It was a very good sight to see. This is one of the videos that I shared yesterday, and many of us saw. Biafrans from different groups, from different angles, came together in support of our Prime Minister, Mazi. So the most important thing is to support Mazi. That's what I was saying. Your group does not matter. Your angle does not matter. What matters is that great support for our Prime Minister, Mazi. And I thank God that Biafrans supported him. We saw Biafrans, they came in large numbers to protest. And today, they are still there in Finland. As I'm speaking now, many of them are in the court. Many of them are in the court, waiting to join. And I'm going to try to give you the video we have seen that is coming from Finland this morning. The one you are watching now is yesterday, what transpired yesterday. You can see Biafrans, regardless our disagreements, regardless our quarrels, we focus on that unity of purpose. And this is what I have been preaching all this while. This is what I've been talking about. Unity of purpose. Focus on the unity of purpose. There's no law that says we cannot disagree. We can disagree. We can disagree. But in that disagreement, we should not make it, a war. We should not make it a war. We can disagree internally. Look at some foreign envoys that were there. There are foreign envoys there who attended and they were still there. They are going to witness the case today in the court. The arrangement, how it's going to be done today, and the rest that's going to happen for the next, from now to the next 21 days. You can see. So it is not a joke. When we are talking about collective effort and interest, that is what it's all about. That everybody put their heads together and do what they need to do. So we can disagree, we can have quarrels, we can have, but at the same time, that thing that made us to come together, which is the freedom of Biafra, is much more important than our disagreement. So how I wish the Biafrans, every group will come together in one voice, in one mind. Forget about your position, forget about your quest for this and that, and focus on that matters. Focus on the unity of purpose. If you can use this energy to support Mazi Simon Ekpa, keep your differences aside, keep your ego, your envy, and live your private life out of the struggle. We are talking about our collective interest. Why wouldn't we pay attention? I pray that Chuks will give us the grace to follow up on what is happening and do what we are supposed to do before it is too late. So for everyone that made it to Finland, I appreciate every one of them. And let me also share the video that we saw that came out from Finland this morning, showing that the court, some Biafrans are already there in the court. So from what we had before, we don't know how the proceedings is going to be, the open hearing, how it's going to happen. So we are going to try to follow up until when there will be that coverage that we're going to be able to see. But for now, I can show you the video that I've gotten for those who were able to get into the court and they are preparing for the case of our Supreme Leader, our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. So you can see the video you're seeing now. That's one of our sisters there showing they are now preparing to see if they can be able to get into the court. Let's see if we can hear her. At the Finland court, you see Biafrans seated. All those people seated down, they are Biafrans in the court. Outside the court, they are waiting. We are waiting for the hearing to commence. You can see Biafrans. They are there in the court already. See many Biafrans from different angles, from different groups. It does not matter the group where you are. This is what I've been saying. That group doesn't matter. Keep your group aside for once and think like human. Think about our collective interest. Think about our collective interest. Keep your group aside and think about our collective interest. This is what I've been saying. How I wish we can use this energy to continue in this energy. Continue in this energy. Pursue the common goal, which is our collective interest, self-determination, our freedom. And when we have a problem with our leaders, focus on how to set them free. Focus on how to, and speak to the authorities, speak. Give a, how do I explain it? Give a responsible information. Responsible information, and be disciplined when we are talking to each other. Be disciplined when we are making reports. I don't know why it is difficult. Just imagine, look at what you are seeing there. These are Biafrans from different groups, from different angles, from different parts of the world, with different opinions. Collectively coming for one man. Coming for one man. Our Prime Minister, Mazi. This is something I have been talking about. Why can't we do it? Why can't we continue in this vein and make sure we get to where we are going? Why can't we continue in this manner? One thing you have to know is that the court is really going to take place. The court is going to do so, but we are going to be listening to see what is going to be the outcome. This is the information we have gotten so far, showing that something is going to happen. But remember, it's not going to be like that of Nigeria. When we follow up in everything, you have all informations. In the case of Finland, informations are limited. Informations are limited until when they decide to make certain things public or make it official. You can see our people are seated outside there. So you don't expect it to be like that of Nigeria, where we have free hands, we can enter, get information and updates. So all we have to do is to be patient and wait, and I will be delivering the update as the update comes. Whatever gets to my table, I will speak about it. Likewise, every one of us. There are so many people that are reporting, even from Finland there are some of our medias who are there, and they're reporting from Finland. So what you have to do is that focus your mind, your heart on the freedom of our leaders. This is not about group. It's not about personality. It is about us together. It is about us. A lot of things have been going on. And there are so many other people who are there, some foreign everywhere there. Like Dr. Masanga is there. And I'm going to use one of the programs that Dr. Masanga made yesterday in Finland. He did a program yesterday in Finland, and I would like us to use his program on this very program while we wait to see what is going to be the outcome and what update we are going to get. So I would like us to commence the program with that very program that was done by Dr. Masanga. I would like us to listen to it because in that very program, he explained a lot of things in the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, which is exactly what we have been saying on our various platforms. But for one reason or the other, I don't know why the international communities are not paying attention, or why, when it comes to the case of Biafra, we are treated differently, even though they preach equal right, they preach human right and all whatnot. But once it comes to the issue of Biafra, the case becomes different. I do not know why it is so. But I thank God that in this time, people are not silent. Many international envoys are in Finland as we speak. There are so many. Some of them we have seen, some we have not seen, some we will not even see, but they're in Finland. So I want us to listen to Dr. Masanga's report, the program he made yesterday. So you will know the weight of the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, that it is not a child's play. Like some of us look at it as if it is just by the way. It is something that is it's a child's play. It's a play. It's a joke. Some of us don't take it serious. So I want some of us to pay attention to this program that was made by Dr. Masanga. We are going to learn a lot from it. Let us listen for it while we wait. Whenever an update comes up, I will share it and every one of us will key into it. Let us listen and hear what Dr. Mazanga has to say.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning across the globe. Today, we are here in the capital city of Finland, Helsinki. Most of us who have never been to this country. This was once a country of peace. It was a country that negotiated peace after the Second World War and brought about the boundaries that we see today. This is the country that I want to talk about and how Africa is adopting because of this law and because of malice that has come from governments in Africa. Before I do that, I want to play this song. I want to play my favorite song, opening the speech.
So for those who are watching on TikTok, only those who are watching on YouTube can be able to see the video I'm playing. Is Dr. Mazanga. Everyone of you know Dr. Mazanga is somebody who is voluntarily on his own, on pro bono, pursuing the case of Mazi. He's a human rights activist, a very popular lawyer that people know, and he is in Finland. This program is the program he made yesterday in Finland, explaining the situation of the case of Mazi to make people understand more and educate the world on the fake evidence that was presented against Mazi that the Finland authority are using to judge Mazi. So it is important that we look through it, and I thank God that he is there in Finland, just as he promised. There are so many people who are devoting their hard-earned money and time to pursue. Dr. Mazanga is good. Nobody is sponsoring him. Nobody is sponsoring Dr. Mazanga on his own, on pro bono. Even some Biafrans are even attacking him. And yet he doesn't care because he's a human rights activist. He knows Mazi Simon Ekpa in person. He has met with Mazi Nnamdi also. Had a program with Mazi Simon Ekpa. Had a program with Mazi Nnamdi. So there's nothing you can tell him about these people. He knows them. And that is why he's putting his own effort, everything he has on the line, to make sure that they are properly and adequately represented. More especially Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland. As you're seeing him, he made this program yesterday in Finland. He's in Finland, as you're looking at him. He's in Finland.
Thank you.
So let's listen to him.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, today, from tomorrow, an entire week and 21 days up to 21st, the world will witness one of the most terribly investigated cases.
Absolutely.
A case of bad investigation, corrupt intelligence, corrupt witnesses, corrupt international law, a case that violates. I am not here to say what the judge wants to say. I'm here to analyze the case from the evidence that I've seen, which is public, and of the evidence that have privy to, which is also, because I'm in the technical team of this. I'm not going to be shy. I've been, as an African, called to state my position. I will not go into details of the case because it is foregone. But I want what happened, what it is. First of all, I want to find out, and I have asked in this summons, there is no government of Nigeria official. The Nigerian government provided fake evidence, corrupt evidence, polluted evidence, doctored evidence, and brought it to this court because they wanted to catch an African whom they hated. This is it. They hated an African who was speaking about human rights. It is up to the court to find out the truth. Mine is to say what it is that we need to see in a case of this nature. This case proves to us that injustice, even in European Union countries like Finland, where I am, because some of these people think people cannot come. We have nothing. We talk about human rights. And Finland knows we talk about human rights. President staff cannot stop us from talking about human rights. President staff needs
Yes, baby. 5 days to go.
This government needs people to talk. There is nobody who can prohibit us from talking about how bad the foreign policy of some European countries are subjecting Africans to a lot of injury. It is sad that on this occasion, Finland ignored a lot to know the history, the political, the social, the economic, the security difficulties of a nation that had collapsed, a nation that had collapsed under terrorism, which has taken 3/4 of this country. Today, as we speak in Nigeria, there are more terrorists than there were some time back. But the reason why some people have been captured is because they say they wrote. But have we got all the kidnapped girls back? No. Let's go on how Nigeria has failed this case. And why this case will fail. There's no way that a person who accused is Nigerian. The evidence used is from Nigeria. But what has passed in the criminal justice systems of this country, Finland? I've been to all places in the city, where I will not say my location because it is not worth.
You don't need to tell.
Location because I am here both as a Pan-African Forum associated with the battery of a few of experts of mine, and I'm here also as a Pan-African who defends Africa, and I'm here also who looks at these international agencies. That's the European Union look at the entire world as equal.
That is the question we're asking.
For example, Nigeria, for example, it wrote the Minister of Foreign State for Foreign Affairs, current Minister of Foreign Affairs, today wrote through in Finland several times. She is the wife of the former leader of Biafra, or Chuks, the motto, that Minister of Foreign Affairs. She flew in here with the Minister of Interior. You see, Nigeria has a habit of abducting people.
Yes.
You remember the story of Diko. The late Buhari abducted Diko and put him in a coffin. Diko was a neighbor of some of us in Surrey in the United Kingdom, down back home. But this man was abducted. So several times with some of us, we are new, it is not new actually, we are staying and they say police cars going in and out. But some Nigerians had come there. So some of us people reported the people within the vicinity closer to the home reported that no, this man was taken and he's not anywhere. But Mohammed Buhari, the late, had put woman in a coffin with oxygen, and it's like seated in the coffin, and everybody taking Mr. Woman home. Nigeria has abducted. Nigeria has done rendition. It has rendition from African countries. It has destroyed non-refoulement policy, allowed refugees who are yes in Nigeria. I have a case in London with them over the 10 professors, and they have to pay. I have put a caveat of the embassy of Nigeria and Cameroon. That's why you see Paul here cannot fly to United Kingdom and have medicine in the hospital. It is my effort. And I want to find out how this woman came. They wanted to abduct this man and take him to Nigeria. And we had to make noise. I'm one of those who made noise. I wrote application to the European Court, alerting the European Court of Justice that there is a problem. 2 Nigerian planes have been coming to abduct this guy. They want to take this government here in where we are.
You see, what Dr. Mazanga is exposing here is what transpired. The Nigerian government made an attempt to abduct Mazi Simon Ekpa and forcefully take him to Nigeria. Remember when Bianca traveled to Finland with the Interior Affairs Minister? Both of them went to Finland. And their mission was to go and activate the abduction of Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is what Dr. Mazanga is explaining. That while they were making that attempt, he got the clue. And him and some other people put pressure and spoke to them and told them that that must not happen. Because Nigeria has been known in going in secret ways. We know them. Abduction has been their system. They abducted Mazi from Kenya. First of all, it started from Omadiko. They abducted Omadiko. They abducted Mazi from Kenya. And so many other people have been abducted from different countries. They wanted to do the same to Mazi Simon Ekpa. But unfortunately, it did not work. Thanks to people like Dr. Mazanga and all the rest of people who were putting their own effort to see that it doesn't happen.
They kept quiet. We shall talk. We don't need to worry. What is it if you stop me from coming to Finland? My passport is bigger than Finland, so I can stay where I am. Yes, that doesn't matter now anymore. We have to tell this to Ambiano way. We have to tell these guys that it's not very good for you to subject us to come for business deals in Africa and forget your human rights. Nigeria's human rights things look up today.
Exactly.
Nigeria and condemns everybody is keeping quiet, everybody is looking quiet. There is no evidence. If Nigeria was really interested in giving evidence, why haven't they come? I've looked at the witnesses laid down. None of them is a government official from Nigeria. So, what is it? Why did you supply fake, hollow, doctored, sexed documents? Relying on another company in Senegal, which is an American company, pretending to do African intelligence. Rubbish. These are some of the things that we as Africans, please stop doing this and sharing ourselves. You hire a man who doesn't know the difference between the River Nile and the River Niger and the River Congo. And then he comes to your country
to investigate.
Supported to pin down another man of yours who is in you. It's useless. Very bogus situation. People take our money. Our clinics, which we should use to build our dispensaries, water irrigation, is wasted on so-called experts. What experts from that?
Expert on the food.
From one guy, and sometimes we are flying and then they say River Nile comes from Kanu. The River Nile is from Uganda, the source is from Uganda. And these are the people that you hire and they pay billions and they billions of dollars. Ladies and gentlemen, right now down here where I am, we are waiting for the start of the case tomorrow. It will take up to 21st. I have linked up. I've talked to the lawyers before I arrived here. I've not seen the other batch of lawyers from America, but I'll try to talk to those who came from America. I want to thank all of you that mine is a technical situation, a technical position, technically to give the position that I've given elsewhere about Africa, what it is, what is inside Nigeria.
Yes.
Nigeria is performing the government. The answer is no. The judges no. And I've pumped that information to the lead council. And we have shown, we have put a plethora of evidence, information, documents. We have surrendered them to the court. It is up to the court to make a decision. It is up to the court to understand that if the Attorney General of Nigeria, Malami, at that time, was also a member or implicated in terrorist activity by Nigerian government, arrested this Attorney General who abducted Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya and took him at night without the Kenyan government knowing. It is sad, very sad. And this is the same Attorney General found to be culpable, conniving with terrorists to this level. So how can an Attorney General, Malani, be a terrorist at the same time also an Attorney General?
I wonder.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is with that sadness that I want
the terrorists and Attorney General at the same time
to see. And I will give you brick by brick, soil by soil, of what takes place, of things that the court will allow us to talk about. Because we can talk about anything to do with, we can criticize the method, but the material that the court sees, the material, the method in which the intelligence was shared. And if the intelligence was wrong, then acquit. If the gloves don't fit, then acquit. Intelligence was wrong. You can't say if the intelligence was wrong, therefore the man is convicted. That is all the position today. Thank you very much. I wish all of you, all the people of Africa, all the people of Biafra across the world. I am not part of. Some of you are calling and are saying, oh, why do you represent this man? Some people are really
very, very stupid.
This guy, whether he's white or what, we lawyers, any people who have studied law, any lawyer who has studied law. I have studied international law. I know what international law means on these courts. You can even defend a person who arrested your village. So it is sad that some people, our own young people, the biggest problem of Biafra is you Biafra.
Imagine.
You have divided yourselves, and in these divisions, you are going to find no unity. If you don't find unity and unite, it will be difficult for you
Absolutely.
to get yourselves out of this country that was forcibly amalgamated in 1914. The North cannot work with the South. And I want to align to President Trump. What are you doing about the Christians that are being killed? Back at home, the people that you are in prison are not there. But people have moved down, slaughtering Christians in the hundreds. What have you done? Lip service. Yet you have gone to Iraq, Iran, dismantled the systems. Soon refugees will start running out of Iran, coming to Europe to overthrow the system. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we fight for. We make sure that human rights are observed by many, by countries, by the European Union. Whatever you want to do, you cannot do it without human rights. Human rights are mine as a peace advocate award Oxford University in conjunction with World Leaders Summit School of Examination. I am agreed that Finland is how do they correct? That's what I'm questioning. I'm not going to go into matters of evidence. What is there? I'm questioning how did you correct from whom? Mr. Malani will say, what did you tell us? So is he here to tell us why he gave us such judge and then disappear? That is what I want to ask you today, and that's what we shall keep on asking and hammering. Otherwise, thank you very much. Let me look for one of the songs of Lucky Kube.
You see, what we have been saying is exactly what Dr. Mazanga is saying.
Remember me.
The kind of division we have, you can imagine that some Biafrans are calling him to ask him why is he defending Mazi Samane.
As you go along with so many of your things that you are doing, but you remember me.
It's so sad. It is so sad that some people, somebody who voluntarily on his own, on pro bono, trying everything to see that he stands for the rights of a fellow African. And what the fellow African brothers, his own fellow Biafrans, and mainly Igbo Biafrans, calling him, attacking him. Why is he defending Mazi Samane? Why is he joining this group? Why is he joining that group? Why is he talking to this group? Why is he talking to that group? Instead of you to be happy and encourage him to do what he has to do. And look at me, he just said it, that if we don't deal with this division, if we don't deal with this hatred among us, it is going to be much more difficult than you can ever imagine. This is somebody, he's not a Biafran. He's not a Biafran. But look at him, he's in Finland today, making a case for Mazi Samane. Most of the things he pointed here are very, very critical issues. He spoke about how the acclaimed wife of our eternal leader, Bianca, came with the interior minister to make a plan to hijack Mazi Samane and take it to Nigeria. And they failed. Now the question is, how did they get the evidence they are using to judge Mazi Samane today? Who is in their court to defend the evidence they present? Nobody. Everything they present in the court today is hearsay. They concocted evidence gotten from people who know nothing about the issue of Nigeria and Biafra. How can you use such evidence against the people? How can you use such evidence to judge an innocent man? What crime has Mazi Samane committed? Even if you look at from the way Mazi Samane was detained from the first place, how he was detained. From the detention, you can understand that there are so many things that did not add up. A lot of things did not add up. They detained Mazi Samane even before they begin to shop for evidence. Mazi Samane was held for so many months before they were able to come up with an evidence. And the evidence they say that come, who brought it? The same people that accused you, the same Nigerian people, they are the one that brought evidence. From where? How? How was that evidence scrutinized? How was it looked at? And which country are we talking about? Is it the same Nigeria? That we know that a credible court in Canada have said that all their political parties that are leading the country are terrorist organizations. And it is not just because a Canadian court said it. If you look at what is happening in Nigeria today, are you going to say that Nigeria is a safe country? It is not. A country today where the people that are completely in charge are the terrorists. A country that today terrorists they are running rampage everywhere. A country where a lawmaker A lawmaker is sharing money. A lawmaker is sharing money with the terrorists. A lawmaker is sharing loot with the terrorists. How do you call that a country? And this thing was reported on national TV. The report was made on national TV that where somebody was reporting that a serving senator collect ransom, negotiate ransom for the terrorists, and then go back and share this ransom with the terrorists. How do you explain that? Can you please tell me, how do you explain that? And this same country is the country that gave Finland what they call evidence they are using against Mazi. How can that be acceptable in any law court? How can any responsible and reasonable person accept that in a law court? How can anybody accept that? How can anybody accept that? But that is what Finland accepted. That is what Finland is using to judge the Prime Minister of Biafra, Republic of Ekpa. And when you see them present these things, you begin to wonder. But I thank God that today there are many important personalities in the court. In Finland, the person that just spoke with you, Dr. Mazanga, he's in Finland. He's in Finland. And he went to Finland because of the case of Mazi. With some other activists and human rights activists from different angles, from different corners. And some that came from the United States. You saw them yesterday, and today when I even play a video, here where you saw them. Those that came from the United States. And every one of them, we stay there to monitor what is happening in Finland court today. Just like I said yesterday, Finland has the opportunity to redeem themselves. But if they chose to continue in this path of destruction, so be it for them. So be it. But one thing is sure, they cannot stop Biafra. You can't stop the coming of Biafra. There's no way you can stop it. It does not matter what you do. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter how you do it. You can never stop the actualization of Biafra. Because this is a project of Chuks. It is not your personal project. Neither is it my project. He that owns the project will make sure that it happens. He that owns the project will carry it out. Whether you like it or not, Biafra will be actualized. Whether you support or you support Biafra or you don't, Biafra will be actualized. And that is the truth. So all you are doing to try to delay the coming of Biafra, you cannot. Whatever you are trying to do to delay or to stop it, you cannot. You cannot. You can never stop the truth. Because Chuks, who started this mission by himself, will conclude it and finish it, regardless what anybody thinks. Today in Finland, we are following up in their court, and whatever happens in the court today, we are going to bring it up and Biafrans will hear. The only thing that we have to be patient, because this is not like in Nigeria where we get updated instantly, like in the case of Mazi Nnamdi, where we have people, in this is a Finland court and they speak in Finnish. They speak in Finnish. Those who are in the court might not even know what is happening. You can't know until after the court, maybe somebody will interpret for you, then you begin to get a clue of what happened. You might sit in the court there until the end of the court, you won't have a clue of what they are discussing, what they're saying. That is how it is. But I believe by the special grace of Chuks, that victory will definitely be ours. No matter what they do, no matter how they pretend, no matter the attack and propaganda, they will never ever stop the freedom of the people. They will not stop the freedom of the people. One of the articles that Dr. Mazanga wrote this morning, 3 hours ago, Dr. Mazanga wrote just 3 hours ago. He said, my take, it does not fit acquit. It does not fit acquit. If any reasonable person examines this evidence and still fails to recognize the pattern of terrorism in Nigeria, then serious questions arise about their objectivity. This is what Dr. Mazanga wrote 3 hours ago. He wrote it 3 hours ago in his platform. If any reasonable person examines this evidence and still fails to recognize the pattern of terrorism in Nigeria, then serious questions arise about their objectivity. I have urged the authority in Finland to examine the evidence carefully. These documents have already been placed before the European Court of Human Rights as part of the proceedings. To tell you that the case of Mazi is not just a Nigerian case or a Rome case or Finland case. It's an international case. It's an international case that can ruin the reputation of Finland forever. This appeal is an opportunity for them to make the correction. And I hope they do. I have urged the authority of Finland to examine the evidence carefully. These documents have already been placed before the European Court of Human Rights as part of the proceedings that is taking place today. My international law legal position is clear. The case must be decided on the evidence as the principle of justice requires. If the evidence does not fit the allegation, the accused must be acquitted. If the evidence does not fit the allegation, the accused must be acquitted. That is the argument that is being presented by Dr. Mazanga on the case of Mazi Samaneba. And I bet you this case is going to be one of the greatest cases you have ever had in the West. It is going to open a lot of things. As we know, Finland has not faced this kind of a case. They have not had a case of this level before. Finland as a country has never ever had a case of this level, this magnitude before. And if they are not careful, they are going to learn in a very hard way. If Finland is not careful, they will learn in a very hard way. If Al-Stop is not careful, he will learn, but he's going to learn in a very hard way. He's going to learn in a very hard way. So wherever you are as a Biafran, every single one of us have to be steadfast. As I have always said, we are not asking for any special treatment for Mazi Samaneba. We are not asking for anything special for Mazi Samaneba. All we are asking is that the right thing should be done. Fair hearing. Fair hearing. The same thing we have been complaining is just what Dr. Mazanga said here. Now, I just played a discussion. I just played it now, what he said. I just played what he said. How can you take an evidence from the same man who is today being charged of terrorism? The Attorney General of the Federation in Nigeria, Malami, the same man that went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu, the man that went to kidnap Nnamdi today, that Attorney General is facing terrorism case in Nigeria. And in his own case, ammunition was found in his house, AK-47, up to 20-something pieces was found in his home. An Attorney General. What is an Attorney General doing with AK-47 in his house? Can someone explain to me? What is an Attorney General doing with AK-47 in his home? That is the question everybody should be asking. That is the question everyone should be asking. What is an Attorney General doing with AK-47 in his home? But the most surprising thing is that the same man who concocted all this plan, who planned the kidnapping of Mazi Nnamdi from Kenya and announced it, the same man who wrote the plan against Mazi Samaneba, the same man who orchestrated the plan against Mazi Samaneba, today he is facing terrorism charge in Nigeria. How can any sensible person today How can any sensible person today still take an evidence provided by a terrorist to prosecute an innocent citizen? Mazi Simon Ekpa, to the best of my knowledge, all the time he has been in Finland, he has never had any case. Mazi Simon Ekpa has never, ever, at any point in time, had any case in Finland. He has not had any legal dispute with anybody in Finland, let alone being terrorism. But all of a sudden, a terrorist country brought an evidence that was produced by somebody who is being charged for terrorism today to prosecute somebody who has never at any point in time faced any legal charges against him, any criminal activities. How do you justify that? How do you justify that? How do you justify that? And this is what we have been saying. This is what we are crying about all the time. This is why we are shouting and speaking on top of our voices, that everybody must speak up. It is time for every one of us to speak up. It is time for every single one of us to speak up. Speak up wherever you are. We cannot continue to be silent. We cannot continue to pretend all is well when there is a problem everywhere. And I thank Chuks that today, it is not just the Biafran speaking, the international communities are aware. You heard Dr. Mazanga places the case have already reached. The United Nations has been informed. The EU has been informed. The United States are on the know. And there are representatives from the United States to monitor what is happening. And I bet you, Finland cannot escape. The only good thing is that they have an opportunity to redeem itself. And if they fail to redeem themselves, so be it for them. So be it. Their reputation is on the line. The case of Mazi Simon, maybe they thought is, after all, he's a black man. After all, he's a Nigerian. He's a black man. Nobody stands for him. And he's our citizen, so we can decide whatever happens. But I bet you, Africa is not the way you think it is. We still have credible men and women in Africa. We still have credible men and women in Africa who are fighting for their people wherever they are, regardless their nation, their tribe, their ideology, or their religion. There are still credible men, like Dr. Mazanga, who is standing for Mazi Simon Ekpa, unpaid, pro bono, free. He devoted, even as he is fighting for Mazi Simon Ekpa, Biafrans are fighting him. There are some Biafrans that are still attacking him indirectly, asking him, why are you defending Mazi Simon Ekpa? Why are you talking to this group? Why are you talking to that group? What? I don't know when we are going to remove this group mentality. I have said it time and time again. Can we for once forget anything about group? Can we forget anything that has to do with group and focus on our unity of purpose? Can we focus on our unity of purpose? For how long for how long are we going to continue on this path of destroying ourselves, lying against each other, pushing propaganda that does not hold water? Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is in Finland court. When I saw people that were in Finland yesterday, go and check the videos. Biafrans from different groups, they were in Finland. And I was so happy. The kind of unity, we didn't see anybody fighting or pointing a hand at each other. Biafrans from different groups, they assembled in Finland. And you saw Dr. Bryce Lukoma spoke in that meeting, including and encouraging everybody. There was no segregation. Even those who were insulting and attacking him were still there. He never said, okay, because you are here. You see everybody, they were working together in support of Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is what I have been speaking about. We can have our differences. We can disagree. There is no law that says we cannot disagree. We can disagree. But that purpose for which we gather, we must always pursue that goal. Let us not disagree to the extent of we become hostile to each other. Don't disagree to the extent of hostility. No. We can disagree. Then still agree with each other through understanding and explanations. Why is it difficult for us to do?
Just see how beautiful the protest was yesterday. See how organized it was. Biafrans from all parts of the countries of the world, from different angles, from different groups. They were all there. Everyone wearing the vest of Mazi Simon Ekpa. And of course, you know that it is a particular group that did that vest. That vest was done by either a particular group or a particular person and gave to everybody to wear for a particular purpose. That is what is called unity of purpose. And this is the reason why sometimes when you come online and you talk about your product, you talk against your... Think why? Think twice. This thing you are saying, after saying this thing, will you still see that person tomorrow and have a handshake? How are you going to feel tomorrow? If tomorrow we go back to Biafra land and that person you are talking about is your next door neighbor, somebody you have destroyed his image, you have blackmailed, you have lied against him. Many of us, we have not met each other before. And we might not even meet each other. You don't know me, I don't know you. The only thing that brings us together is this Biafra agitation. And yet, you cannot come down. You cannot come down, not even for a second, to understand or argue in a very genuine and legitimate way. All you do is you lie against people, you castigate people, you damage the reputation of people, you say things that doesn't add up. And sometimes when I see some videos that people are making, I begin to wonder, do they really have conscience? Just like the ones that are castigating Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today. Somebody will on the camera and begin to say things that does not hold water. Look at the one they call herself Nneka Chimeze. Nneka Chimeze have been sued by our supreme leader. And today she is running helter-skelter, running from pillar to pole. Running from pillar to pole. As if, but when she was speaking all those days, when she was pushing those lies, it seems as if she has an evidence. She was claiming she has an evidence. Now it has gotten to the time to go to the court and prove those your evidence. You cannot. You cannot. And this is one thing they have learned from the Zoological Republic. Using the media to destroy personalities. That is what Nigerian government does and does it excellently. They use the media to destroy you. They use media to destroy people's reputation, to create narrative that doesn't exist. It is media they used against the Biafran people. The media was used against the Igbos. It is their media, Yoruba media, that was used against the Igbos that today, every tribe in Nigeria is against the Igbo people. And I'm not telling you, it's not a joke. It might not be everybody, but I can tell you, in all the tribes in Nigeria, majority of them are against the Igbos. And ask me, why are they against the Igbos? There's no reason. So many of them have not had any business with an Igbo person. They have not met an Igbo man before. They have not done anything with an Igbo man. But still yet, you see them, when they come out, all they do is to attack an Igbo person. All they do is to attack. All they do is to castigate. And you begin to wonder, where are they coming from? You begin to wonder, who are these? You begin to wonder, from which angle and which direction are these people coming from? We have seen a bunch of idiots from different angles doing these certain things. For how long are we going to continue on that path? For how long? For how long are we going to continue on this kind of evil act that we have learned from Nigeria? And it is because of our long stay in the Zoological Republic. We have been in the zoo for so long, too long in the zoo. We have been in the zoo for too long that we have begun to adapt their system. Just like in the case of Mazi Nnamdi we are talking about today. They concocted their evidence, formulated their evidence, the same way they have been formulated, the same way they formulated lies And you know the funny thing, the origin of this lie is from the foundation of Nigeria. Nigeria was founded on lies. That is why there is nothing on the planet Earth that you will do in the name of Nigeria that lie will not be inside. There must be a lie in it. There is nothing on this earth that you will do in that name Nigeria that there will be no lie in it. There must be a lie in it. There must be a lie in it. Because the foundation of the zoological republic was laid on lies. And who laid the foundation? The British. They lied with the census. They lied with the result of the first election in Nigeria. They lied with the landmarks. And they lied with every other thing they did. And the worst is that they ended up taking the country and handed it over to people who are not indigenous. The Fulanis. So when you say Fulani come to tell you that Nigeria belongs to him and you think it's a joke, he has a reason why he's saying it. There's a reason he's saying it. When you see a Fulani claiming that Nigeria belongs to him, he has a reason for saying so. That is what he was made to believe. That is what he's meant to believe. I don't know why it is difficult for us to understand issues. I don't know why it is very difficult for us to work and focus on that collective interest of the Biafran people. There is only one reason why we are gathering everywhere we gather. There's only one reason why we are shouting. Today you go to Israel. IPOB is in Israel, making wave in Israel, pushing forward. They are in their house, speaking in the house. They are in Knesset, making a case for Biafra. Seriously, IPOB. You go to United States, another group is there, doing their own there. Now in Finland, Mazi Simon Ekpa is there in the prison, sacrificing himself. And you see Biafrans from different parts of the world converge together to support the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. Regardless their group, regardless their belief, regardless their leader, regardless who fought them and who did not fight them. Many of you must have seen the videos. You see so many videos that are coming out from Finland yesterday. Did you see where people were fighting? Did you see where people were pushing each other? Did you see where people were arguing? Even though they are from different groups, they have different opinion and different belief. But everybody respected himself. Why can't we adopt the same thing within ourselves? Why can't we adopt it continuously? Why can't we adopt it? Why is it difficult for us to adapt that system? Because it is going to lead us very, very far. It is going to lead us very far. Why can't we adopt that system? Why is it difficult for us to adapt it? As for Finland, they are going to pay dearly. For whatever they are doing against our Prime Minister, they will pay dearly. They have the opportunity to make correction. They have the opportunity now to make correction. If they fail to make the correction, it will be difficult in time to come. If they fail to make correction now, there might not be this opportunity anymore. My joy today is there is international outcry on the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa today. There is international focus on the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa. Focus are on that case from different angles, from different parts of the world. It is not just about Finland. And that is what I have been praying for. Because once they know that there is a country monitoring them, once they know that the international community is paying attention, it is going to be a different ballgame. Most especially the evidence used to convict Mazi Simon Ekpa. The evidence they used to convict Mazi Simon Ekpa must be looked at again and again and again. And Mazi Simon Ekpa and Joko should be allowed to present his evidence. The defense counsel should be allowed to present their own evidence. Because we have more than enough. That excuse of the number of whatever, that the image is so gruesome to look at. Image is so gruesome. Really? The image is so gruesome? The image is so gruesome to look at? In a case of terrorism, you expect to see somebody licking ice cream? You expect us to see somebody licking ice cream? I can't understand. But I thank God from every indication we have seen it that the court is already seated. And as I said before, the court is seated. I have already shown the people of our people who are there in the court preparing and waiting to go in. But what you're going to know is that inside the court there, everything will be done in finish. It will be done in finish. So you can be in the court there and you will not hear anything. So we have to be patient until the court is over. Then the update will begin to come. We have to be patient until the court is over. The most important thing that we are supposed to know now is that the court is on. The court is sitting today. And today being the first day, it's not going to be a major day. It's going to be a day of discussion about the modality. We will begin to get the more critical informations from tomorrow and next on the day where the real things are going to happen. So you don't expect much today. You don't expect much today. Today is just to draw the modality of the case, put this in order. The prosecuting counsel and the defense counsel will be together and discuss and maybe share some other plans on how to go about the case. That is what's expected today. When you look at there, you can see Biafrans are already in the court. And I love when I see the number of Biafrans who are there, willing to be there. Look at them, they are outside, they're waiting. People who have made themselves available. And then when Mazi Simon comes out and see this number of people, he will be encouraged. He will be encouraged. And the Finland themselves, we know that Mazi Simon wasn't fighting for himself. He wasn't fighting for himself. He was fighting for you and I. He's fighting for you and I. But my plea to every Biafran is that we should remove this sectional division, group mentality in our mind. Remove group mentality and focus on unity of purpose. This kind of unity you saw now, this thing you are seeing. In this video you're looking at, you will see every group, people from all the groups are here. People from different groups. And they have different opinion. Each and every one of them have their own different opinion. People from different groups. Each of them have different opinion. But look at them. Seated here peacefully, waiting. Look at them seated here peacefully and waiting. The same way it was yesterday when they were protesting. People from different groups. They were covering each other, doing what needed to be done. What was the purpose? To support Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister. What is our purpose of gathering in all those group? It is for Biafra actualization. For the restoration of Biafra. So why is it difficult for all of us? Why is it difficult for all of us to work together? Even if we choose not to be together in the same group and work, why do we have to fight each other dating? Why do we have to come online to castigate each other, to destroy each other, to say things that are not verifiable? You lie against your brother, you lie against your sister, and you don't even care. You don't even care. You don't ask yourself, what if tomorrow that your sister becomes your next door neighbor and sees you? How is he going to feel? What happens tomorrow? That your sister, that your brother becomes your next door neighbor. How is he going to feel? Just like in this yesterday, when you watch the video that came yesterday, you see some people who were abusing each other, attacking each other, calling each other. They were all in that program yesterday. But everybody respected each other, respected themselves, and they were still there. So why do we have to come and give a show to the world? Why? Why do we have to come and give a show to the world? You come and you begin to give a show to our enemies. Our enemies, they just begin to use us as a topic. Why do you create a topic that doesn't exist for the enemies? You know that this is what they are looking for. Why do you give them what they are looking for? You know that all they want is to laugh at you. All they want is to laugh at me. All they want is to show the world that we cannot be able to work together. All they want is to show the world that, yes, they can work together. There's no way. They don't love each other. They are not brothers. They are not together. And you come online every day. The only thing you do is to prove them right. You come online every day. The only thing you do is to prove them right. How does that work? There's no law that says that we must all be in the same group. There's no law that says that we must all agree. We are bound to disagree on certain issues. We can disagree, but we have to disagree respectfully. We disagree respectfully. Our disagreeing doesn't mean that we are enemy. It doesn't mean that we become hostile to each other. No. We can disagree in a very disciplined way. Today, the reason so people don't want to be part of this agitation is because of the attitude of some of us, the way we behave. Some professionals don't want to get involved. Some professionals. Now you understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going through and what Mazi is going through, putting their own life on the line in this very case. When you look at them, what they are going through today, you will see how they are putting their life, their own life on the line for you and I. We have many professionals across the world, but they dare not speak about Biafra. They don't even want to come close. We have Biafrans in important positions across the world, in all countries of the world. But most of them, because of what they see, the way those of us who are already in the struggle, the way we behave, we talk to ourselves, they stay away. Can we please change our attitude towards each other? Can we find a common ground to work together? Let it not just be about us. Let it not just be about our own group, our brother or sister, what I do, what I carry, no. Why don't we make this about us? Why don't we focus on us, which is the main thing, on us? We gather because of us, not because of any man or woman. The reason for gathering, anywhere we gather, in any angle, in any corner, there is only one reason we gather. Only one reason and only one reason alone. Why don't we focus on that purpose for which we gather? Just like we are united in supporting Mazi Samaneba, let's unite and get Biafra. The joy that we have today is that there are many foreign bodies that are in Finland because of this case. Many international observers are in Finland because of this case. And the funny thing that the Nigeria that is accusing Mazi Samaneba has not presented a representative. They only submitted their fake informations and fake evidence and they left. We are expecting to see them send somebody that will come and defend the evidence they send against Mazi Samaneba. Today, not today. Today, we are going to see. The case is not ended in one day. Today is just the starting and preparations and stating out the modality of the trial, how it's going to be. From all indication, we had that the trial is going to be televised, and we are waiting and looking forward for that time to come. If they're going to televise it, we are still going to follow up and see how it's going to go. And we are expecting to see that. I think they said on the 10th. From the last information we got from Dr. Mazanga, he said on the 10th it will be televised, except if there is any change on plan. If there is any change in plan, we still. If there is any change in plan, we will still look at it and we will see what it carries. But our own duty is to continue to follow up and make sure that the world and international communities are paying attention. We make sure they are paying attention. We can't be silent. We can't be silent and we can't allow any lie to survive. We can't allow any fake evidence against our prime minister to survive. We will not allow it. Wherever they bring those evidence from, we are going to chase it to the same place they bring it there and push it back to them. Our Prime Minister, Mazi is innocent. He's an innocent man. Heaven and earth knows that. It does not matter what anybody thinks or what you believe or who you are working for. The truth will remain that our Prime Minister, Mazi is an innocent man. And his innocence will be proven in the court. As I have always said, we are not asking for any special treatment. No. We have not asked for any special treatment. All we are asking for and have been asking for is for the rule of law to be obeyed. We are asking for the rule of law to be followed. Because we are very sure that if they follow the rule of law, Mazi, Simon, Ekpa, and Joko will definitely be freed. He'll be freed. If the rule of law is followed, he will be freed. So wherever you are, as a Biafran, don't allow anybody to bully you. Don't allow anybody to distract you or deceive you. Don't allow anybody tell you something that is not obtainable. You must yourself and believe in yourself. You must know what is right and follow it. It is our right to defend our land. Self-determination is not a crime. Has never been. It will not become a crime because we are Biafrans. No. Self-determination will not all of a sudden become a crime. It will not all of a sudden become a crime because of Biafrans. No. It is a right. Not even a privilege. It is a right. And that right is what we are exercising. A right that is supported by international law, supported by African peoples and human rights law. That is the right that we are protecting and we continue to protect. So whatever happens, wherever you are, continue to pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa. If you can pray, pray. Whether you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a Hindu, or whatever you are, pray. Continue to pray for our Prime Minister because he deserves our prayer. Nigeria is not a place to be. That contraption called Nigeria is not a place to be. It is not a place to be. It's a shame that even Finland himself, they know the history and story of Nigeria. But all of a sudden, they chose a different path. It's not as if we are trying to educate them on what they do not know. Finland knows very well about the history of Nigeria. Finland, we are very much aware of what transpired during the Civil War. During the Civil War, Finland played a role in providing aids to the Biafran people. So, whatever we are saying today is not as if we are just making up a word, or we are just saying something out of the blues, or we are just teaching them what to do. Most of the things that we are saying is something that the Finland authorities knows already. But for interest, for economic interest, Alex Storm decided to choose a different path. It is sad, very, very sad, but we believe that by the special grace of Chuks, they have an opportunity to make things right. But if they refuse, they will face the music. And while we wait for update that's coming, let us listen to this video. Let us listen to this video. It has important information to share. Let's listen to this video. This man made a point that I would like others to say, because most times when we say, they say we are the one saying, hear from another person, a different interest.
I stand to be corrected. It never be. Yeah, the British enter, collect some territory.
Did you hear him? He said Nigeria is not a country and has never been. And this story of Nigeria is something that is in the public. It's not as if we are making it up. But for one reason or the other, they chose to listen to different things. I want you to hear from him. Hear his assertion about Nigeria.
Nigeria is not a country. I stand to be corrected. It has never been. Yeah, the British enter, collect some territory. They can do business. A man take the northern protectorate of the country because all the northern chiefs they bow for our being collector. They want to make money well. Discover. When we do Berlin conference, you go there and we send you contact at the area, how much we will take compensate you. Now, if they use the word compensate now understatement, this man, what they call George Gold, sold Nigeria to the Britain. And see, I vex because we have leaders, we get professors, we get engineers, we get DSS, we get doctors, we get never we get lawyers, son, everyone, nobody they even investigate Nigeria. How can you say you amalgamated us in 1914 and in 1960 you gave us independence? Till today, we never get our piano. What is happening? That when they disturb us. All right. As I tell you, Nigeria was sold and forcefully collected. I will prove them. George Goldie sold the Northern Protectorate to the British because of all the mineral resources we from. Then Kanu is like say the southern part get oil and everything. You understand? The amalgamation was a force. Yeah, because of waiting and see. Now,
this is why Biafrans are
agitating.
agitating.
Don't get the capacity to take the south because the southern people they need struggle. You understand? Now, they can't strike deal with that. He can't sell that northern part where he don't dominate. He sell them £865,000. As a day. £865,000. We say we get researchers. We get, you see, government not dey waste money. We not get special advisor on this, special advisor on that, special advisor. You not go get every 300. No better advice. They know they give you any advice. They don't chop money. Since the leaders they cannot work with their head alone, they need help. What is the responsibility of all your special advisors? So nobody don't do investigation, find out, see what the British do. Then when you talk, somebody will tell you with his smelling mouth, say, why you opening both? Why, you know?
That's their common talk.
I want to tell you something. Our journalists, I see they talk and I stand to be corrected. I regret being a journalist in this country because journalism is rubbish in this country. Any journalist will want me to face me. Yes. Because even if you want to hide things, not be things will go better your country. And they see people they write article. Nobody don't ever write real article about this country.
They will not write now.
Now George Gold sold part of the country. Then he never be Nigeria. You understand? Now after the amalgamation, it can become Niger area, given to us by a girlfriend of Lord Lugard. When they say somebody is your Lord. Now, Lord Lugard sold it to the British. The British now won't come by force. You see that amalgamation now brave. Now they bought the northern area. They forcefully collected the southern area. Can't say now amalgamation. Make it now come together. Then they don't penetrate now. That is why you see companies, all those foreign oil companies, where they cause pollution for the southern area. Now you want to hand over Nigeria. You know, hand over Nigeria to its citizens, the original citizens. You can't hand over Nigeria to foreigners. Today we get the problem of Fulani say Nigeria is their home. How we don't go get the problem? When you want to hand over independent, you look at people when
That is the genesis of the problem.
I told you, check, go and who train these people for school. Nobody. Ojukwu train himself. Nnamdi Azikiwe train himself. I will know what train himself. All the southern people train themselves. Why is the hatred on the southerners? Or you prepared these people even before independence. Go check when Tafawa Balewa go to get scholarship, go there before independence. Yes. Then Amadu Bello too got scholarship to go to our local school because maybe no one go abroad. Now, when you now check the hierarchy of all our kings or chiefs, they get first class, second class, third class. I go give you now this as an assignment. Check who be the number one when it comes to monarchy for Nigeria.
Now, Sultan of Sokoto now.
This one assignment to everybody when it
Now, Sultan of Sokoto.
Hierarchy when it comes to our first class chief.
You know what talk? Make I talk.
If you go gathering, federal government they do gathering, then they sit down according to the hierarchy. Which position on it? Which opposition will be of Onitsha? Which position of Benin? Which position Adam Igala? Which will be their position? Which position be Saudana? Make una when we come back because we get interview, make una tell me the hierarchy. I rest my case, and my case has been rested. We'll come back for part 2.
This is the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa is fighting for self-determination. Forceful amalgamation. Handing over a country to people who are not ready to be free. People who are not indigenous. This is why we want to redeem ourselves from this captivity. But just like this man said, Nigerian press is the most useless. Nigerian journalists, they are the most useless in the whole world. Their media, the worst media in the planet Earth. A media that instead of standing with the people, they go against the people. It's this same media they used to plan their propaganda against citizens. Media was used against the Igbo people. Today, every tribe in Nigeria is seeing Igbos as enemy. Thanks to the media. They use the Nigerian media to preach to Igbo coup that never existed. They use the media to paint Igbos as being domineering that never happened. They use the media to blackmail Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And today, they are still using the media today to change narrative against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make people hate him. But we are in the era of the social media. That is more reason why they don't succeed today. In those days, you know, people only listen to the radio and the television and all that, and that is it. Whatever they say, spread. But today, how many people listen to their television? Everybody is on their phone watching what is going on. That is why they can't succeed anymore. You see, confession have come about the civil war, and yet they are still holding their ground. People are getting more educated and more wise. And I believe by the special grace of Chukwu, this victory that is coming, it doesn't matter what they do to Simon Ekpa. It doesn't matter what they do to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra will definitely be free. No man born of a woman can stop it. The freedom of Biafra. They never born you. They never born you. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can only try, but you can never stop it. A country. This is why we are trying to walk out of that country. This state that this man said is the reason. What other reason you want? I want you to hear another part again. Listen to this one. These are some informations that they hide from you. They don't want anyone to go. But today, because of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, people are having courage to speak, even on the radio.
Now them arrange bring Tafawa Balewa. You understand? Like I tell you, Amadu Bello was from the royal home of the you understand? So he is Saudana. So he still retained in premiership position of the north. Are you getting me? While Azikiwe won't come for the federal, he come and the premier of the southeast. He come give up to Mike. Now, Awolowo, premier of the Southwest. I think one go federal, Akintola can collect.
He give Akintola.
He fail for the federal when he no become president, he won't go back.
I want you to pay attention on what this man is saying. When Ahmadu Bello was coming to the federal, as a premier, he is supposed to relinquish that his premiership of the North and come to the federal as a federal person to look at the federal level without any attachment to his own region. That is what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to relinquish his premiership of the North and come to the federal. Dr. Nnamdi will relinquish his own to Mike Obara and came to federal. Awolowo relinquished his own to Akintola and come to federal. But the Janjaweed did not relinquish their own. That is their system. That's their feudal system in the North that can never go along with us. That a situation where only some people will be entitled to be rich and some people are born to be poor. That is why you have the Almajiri system in the North that cannot. Almajiri system, when you want to, even when good luck tried to remove the Almajiri system, they almost kill him because you wanted to make their life better. That's the nature of the North. You hear this explanation that when they were coming for their federal assignment, Dr. Nnamdi relinquished his premier east of the East. He's the premier of the East. He left it and gave it to Obara. Awolowo gave his own to Akintola. But when Ahmadu Bello was coming, Ahmadu Bello continued to hold his premiership and brought it to the federal. So when we are talking about the problem that brought us where we are today, that is making Mazi Nnamdi and Mazi Simon Ekpa to refuse. The reason they are still detaining them up to today, these are the cause of the problems. And Finland cannot tell me they are not having all these issues. The world cannot tell me they don't know the foundation of these things that happen. I want you to listen to this guy. Listen carefully to what he's saying.
And then I bring Tafawa Balewa. You understand? Like I tell you, Ahmadu Bello was from the royal home of this program. You understand? So, in the Saudana. So he still retained in premiership short of the North. Are you getting it? One Azikiwe won't come for the federal, he come and the premier of the Southeast. He come give him to Mike. Now, Awolowo, the premier of the Southwest, I think one go federal and Akintola one collect. I think fail for the federal when he no become president, he won't go back. Go collect the premier of the Southwest. In with Akintola come get problem. Akintola say lie. Now, you go see, say, if you read well, like and they ask people now, they're not read the British train and forward. Now, when they talk about Fulanis, how Fulanis they enter. Now, how you go see some Nigerians, the Fulanis are strangers. You can't carry prime minister, give them.
Yes.
Check
Strangers.
action where they come from. So, when Fulani they tell you, say, now we get Nigeria today, where you say it comes from. Because you know hand over the authority of the country, because the prime minister get power past the ceremonial president, where they give Nnamdi away. So if a Fulani man tell you, say, now we get Nigeria today, now what they sell for him, now they tell you.
Yes.
Now so our problem takes start. Ahmadu Bello, na Fulani. Tafawa Balewa, na Fulani. Go read. Go search, do as I talk, make you do your research. You understand? Now, because the Yorubas, them too, they know the two like problem, then fall easy for the British. But when they call it the Eastern part, when they discover say the money day, those people say like our first son, now then get authority for our land. All our first son go sit down in chief.
That is why they hate us today.
We will not take it. And they don't agree. So they don't agree fall for the British. So that's where the Igbo people problem starts.
Exactly.
So if any of those leaders, if you go watch some interview, you go see where they make their speech. Say Igbo man cannot rule this country because go in there for tape. People will don't know. So they don't sell this ideology to them from the beginning. Not even before the coup.
Did you hear it? The origin of the problem. That is what this man is just stating here. The origin of the problem. Why the Igbos are hated so much in Nigeria. This hatred was planted by the British themselves. They planted it because they were not able to subdue the Igbos when they came in. The Hausa was subdued. The Yorubas fall into their hand. But the Igbos refused and stood their ground. They say they are freeborn and not slaves and will never bow. You can take example from our people who were taken to the United States. And instead of being prisoners or being slaves, they drowned themselves. That is the heart of an Igbo man. Freedom. We are freeborn. We are not slaves, and we don't take that slave position. We don't take it. And that is why today Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is ready to put his life on the line. Give him death sentence, give him life sentence. He doesn't care. All he wants is freedom for his people because we are freeborn. That is why Mazi Simon Ekpa today is standing in Finland. Today in court, whatever you pronounce, he is still standing and talking about Biafra because he's a freeborn. The genesis of the problem of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Simon Ekpa is what this man have just mentioned. We did not commit any crime in Nigeria. It is the problem created by the British, created by the white man from Europe. And today, another European country is buying into the criminality of Nigeria and using that their lie to prosecute our own prime minister. And they want us to fold our hands. Chuks doesn't sleep. Chuks doesn't sleep. They have an opportunity to redeem themselves, but if they refuse, they will pay a heavy price. They will pay a heavy price. We cannot be silent. We can't allow this to continue. Let us listen to this one.
Papa born that boy to a woman from bigger and he loved so much. This is not one. Let me bring another one before we play this one. We will come back to this. We'll come back to this, but before we play this, let's play this one. These are reasons why, these are things we are supposed to know. These are some important information that we are supposed to know. These are information that we are supposed to know, no matter what happens. Update and information that is supposed to be in our head. They are not. They are not any founding father. Nothing. Now, George Golding, the British, can't put eye for a business because it's Nigeria there. Especially in the northern area, in the nice as a territory, it's easy for them, you understand, to get the territory for there, they run the business. Now the British they want to begin to make laws for Nigeria territory, they want to begin to collect taxes, they can't persuade the man, can't persuade them. So the man later can't agree to surrender in business, maybe Royal Niger Company to the British government. And this one happened for 1899, So the British government now, say the guys are British. The British government now can't decide to pay the man. The man said, this thing is my business. And now one collect them from my hand. All right, no problem. See what thing will happen. See what thing. I think they negotiate, but the British, then they claim they compensated the man. So automatically, we believe that the man sell Nigeria territory. That is the northern area, because the southern area, especially the east of the southern area, they're very stubborn. They know their tradition, they know their... Take notes. The place that was sold to the British, the people that were sold were the north. The north was sold. Not the entire... The north were the people that were sold to the British. On our own side, they could not be able to penetrate. It was after they bought the north, they forced the amalgamation that happened. These are histories that are supposed to be touched. These are something they don't want you to know. These are the reasons why they remove history from your story. And this is the genesis of the problem we are facing today. This is the reason Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is agitated. This is the reason Mazi Simon Ekpa is agitated. And until things are done right, we will continue to agitate. We will continue to speak. We will continue to talk. Culture, they know they agree, make the people improve. You understand? And so Igbo, they can put them, and so then they can put Igbo. You understand? So the northern areas, then will never become Nigeria. It's easy for them to take over. So the man, he carry in territory, in Niger Royal Company, carry the territory, give the surrender up to the British. You understand? Now, they come pay him 865,000 pounds. 800, sometimes you hear say, John Gold is sell Nigeria. You understand? Saying sell Nigeria. The thing I own because the people when they live don't even know the meaning of the, and that time, it was a John Gold, say, all these mineral resources there, or they go see oil for Nigeria. He no go even grill, but they go force him because British that time, then they use weapon, then they use navy warship, they will use different things. So now make them overpower. So he come give them. So in January 1st, 1900, you understand? Now Britain come start their operation. They start their operation for the protectorate of the northern Nigeria, and so they name them. So now, when they don't capture place, they go bring somebody to come the governor general. That is, it will be like the president. Now, when they come say Frederick, Lord Lugard, when Lord Lugard come look, say, this northern part, see southern part. Since now maybe the Lord, so I tell you now, make una go open some Bible chapter yesterday, make una read. I come bring the southern part. And at that time, they mention the south and the north. That time will never break them to southwest, southeast, south. Even there is nothing like south in the history of all these schools on Nigeria former, just to bring a lot of division. So now, Frederick, Lord God, come bring the southern part and the northern part together and come become south and northern protectorate. You understand? Now you can't give them. In girlfriend come visit her. You don't be like, make you be ambassador of Equatorial Guinea now. And then now you be the organ for there. Because these citizens, when they live for this place where a boyfriend live, they don't get sense, they don't wife, they don't know anything. So he come visit Frederick Lord Lugard. You understand? So now there he come look the name. Say, say Niger, this our name, Niger, Nigeria. The woman look up Niger to be here. Then they call black people nigger. You understand? Nigger. Now be the meaning of nigger. They say, yeah, man, it's a nigger, man. So now she does mention, say nigger area. Now so the name Nigeria come on. Now, I tell you, say the British architecture of our problem, architecture of our
absolutely
problems.
and then cause the problem.
We don't agree to research. Our leaders self now them dull pass us.
The dull pass us.
If people call them, say you get money, don't make you a leader
at all.
Or say you take corruption or rigging, win election does not make you a leader. You will never be a leader
at all.
You can only be a ruler.
Rulers. That is what they have in Nigeria. Rulers.
People, they begin to capture territory. You understand? In 1851, how they take capture Lagos? Lagos. Today, all of us they say Victoria Island. We don't even know anything. We don't even name streets with the names of our oppressors. Don't look at knowing this. So he get a lot of streets. They name street after him. People when they oppress you, who are not even change them. Now, Victoria Island.
Now, indigenous name that they change. They remove Charlie Boy name for Boston.
Now, Queen Victoria Day. You understand? Queen Victoria 9 day. So they come here. Like I talk how they conquer Lagos. There was a king there for Lagos called King Akitoye of Akitoye. So in nephew come dethrone him. That is Oba Kosoko. He dethrone Akitoye. Now Kosoko, he come stubborn well. He don't agree with all the things that the British they want to. He don't agree at all. You understand? And so the British come with ship. And so they bombard Lagos, pursue Kosoko Komot, Congo bring because they insisted. They want to like say an agreement or no, you know how all these people they do. Say an agreement or not be able to take them by force. So because Kosoko dethrone Akitoye, now Kosoko come there, he not allow the British to collect to do their slavery thing and all these things. See, they fight back and they come dethrone them. They bomb them, you know get bombed now. Them bomb all the 3 years, scatter. And they come bring Akitoye back. You understand? You know, the Kosoko dethrone Akitoye for 1845. But 1851, the British come fight Kosoko. Dethrone him, come bring Akitoye back. So Akitoye come rule for 2 years. After 2 years, he come died 1853. Now, in lineage, that is like your son, then they say that his son become Oba because Akitoye to surrender. You understand? Then, you know, so they come put those who don't want problem. So all this place now annex before you see that place they call Ego, all those marina area, and in Lagos with all this side now British colony. Now the organs of all those British people they stay for all these areas, you know. So now when they don't take land, they could name them after themselves. Now so this Victoria land and they name them after Queen Victoria. And so they take name them after Queen Victoria. All these things you are tell you, it happened in 18 something. You understand? So now they become Victoria Island. You know, say no bridge that time, no road. You understand? Now they or ships, now they use. So all this place now, if you go for aeroplane, now you go understand. If you cut third mainland bridge come out, cut that Qatar bridge come out, because you say no any road where you go take link here what we did. Now island go now we did. Now island go. And you know say Ikorodu, they're very close to this island. But now through water, now you go pass. You don't go spend hours, they go past Maryland, they go my 12. Yeah? Through water here, from this back of Oriental Hotel now. Pam! You don't go again. Are you getting me? So, now so they take, because they put your Navy ship here, your body is here. Now if they go some side, they see Lord Lugard, water carrying, all those their past heads, they name them, you know. So, back to how we can't take inherit rubbish from the Britain when they don't ready. Now I tell you, say, the Northerners, they fall easily for the British. They fall for John Goldie inherit, carry give them, blah, blah, blah. So now, they well friendly. The Fulanis will be headed today now. They'll not be citizens of this country. They'll be strangers. They don't get, then they waka, they'll be strangers. Now I will tell you how the problem starts. Now because the Easterners, they're not reform, they come blacklist them. Now, when you talk, they bring the British rule of Prime Minister, bring it small from the American rule, where we say today we don't pick the American rule fully. You understand? Now, Ahmadu Bello was the premier of northern Nigeria. He's from the royal house of the Sultan, of the Saudana. I'm the Saudana of Sokoto. But he comes the premier of northern region. So when they do election, you understand, make we get leader. He no one go further, he does stay okay because he know to go to but the British.
So that is it. When we talk about these histories are good to touch because these are the reason. You know why I'm touching it because this is why Mazi Simon Ekpa is facing the court today. This is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is facing the court. And the origin and the genesis of all this problem is the British. It is British. taking our land forcefully and handing it over to the north. Handing it over to Fulanis who are not indigenous to Nigeria. This few clip I played have told the full story of Nigeria. It's a very few clip. But in this few clip I played, why I use this clip to play that these are things that we have been talking about. Mazi Nnamdi has spoken about it. Mazi Samaga has spoken about it. I have talked about it several times on this program. But I need to bring up another voice to speak so that you can understand that it is not just those of us who are in agitation that knows this thing. Even people in that situation, they know this truth, but they don't have the balls to pursue this truth. The reason Mazi Nnamdi is facing life sentence in Nigeria is because of the pursuit of this truth. The reason Mazi Samaga is facing court today is because that is why he has been blackmailed. But the painful thing is that in the blackmail of Mazi Samaga, some people who are part of his team are still there. Biafra are involved. You can imagine Bianca Ono going all the way. There's somebody who's supposed to be in the front line of the fight. But all of us, we know she's a political wife of a white knight, and since then, she has faced politics and become a politician. They used her to come to Finland to lobby to extradite Mazi Samaga from Finland. She came to lobby to take Mazi Samaga to Finland. But as Chuks have it, she was disgraced. She was disgraced, completely disgraced. She was completely disgraced and they could not succeed. And today, look at the case of Mazi Samaga. Fake evidence, concocted evidence. And my question is, how can you take an evidence provided by a terrorist against an innocent man? How can a terrorist give you an evidence to charge somebody for terrorism? Somebody who has been confirmed, somebody is facing terrorist charge in Nigeria today. In his own investigation, arms and ammunition were found in his own house. But in the case of Mazi Samaga, did not see any arms in Mazi Samaga. It was only his broadcast. Mazi Samaga, Mazi Nnamdi, nobody saw arms with him, only broadcast. And two of them today are facing charges. But the people that superheaded these charges against them, they have all been convicted in terrorism. They are facing terrorism charges in Nigeria today. Malami, in the home of Malami, they discovered AK-47, not one, not two, not three. The Chief Justice of the Federation, what is it with arm in his house? A court in Canada has confirmed that all the ruling party in Nigeria are terrorist organizations. Why then would Finland find it comfortable to take an evidence from a terrorist country to convict their own citizens? We still want to know. And this appeal is going to reveal everything. I thank Chuks that there are good numbers of international observers in Finland today. Good number of international observers from different countries. We have seen those from the United States. We saw Dr. Mazanga who came with his own team. And they are pushing on to see that justice is done. We are not asking for any special treatment. All we are asking is fair judgment, fair hearing. And in fair hearing, every single evidence must be critically looked at. In fair hearing, every single evidence must be critically looked at. Remember, Finland claimed to be a country that respects human rights. And before now, we have all respected Finland as a country that respects human rights. How then, all of a sudden, the same Finland will take evidence from a country, a country that is a terrorist country, a country of particular concern, gave you an evidence. And when we talk about the status of Nigeria, it didn't just come from other third world country or from African country. The United States have named Nigeria as a country of particular concern. A court in Canada declared Nigeria a terrorist country by saying that all the leading parties in Nigeria are terrorist organizations. And not just because they say it, when you look at Nigeria today, you see lawmakers sharing loot, sharing money with terrorists. Lawmakers collecting ransom from the government and they share with terrorists. You see the military fighting alongside with terrorists. You see the rehabilitation and reintegration of terrorists into the military. What else do you expect to see for you to know that Nigeria is not a country that you will take evidence from them to convict an innocent citizen. What else do you want to see? With all these informations, we believe that in this appeal, every single evidence provided against Mazi was properly looked at. Just recently, the same people that accuse him as Simon, you saw them murder an innocent man. They murdered an innocent man, and they chop off his head. They took his head and put in a stick, and they are taking picture with it in Biafra land. These are the same people they used to conduct false flag against Mazi Simon to blackmail him. The same people they used to blackmail Mazi Simon today, as we see, the same people they used to conduct false flag against Mazi Nnamdi, against Mazi Simon just some few days ago, they murdered an innocent man defending his own land. A member of ESN commander. There is no record anywhere that guy has kidnapped anybody. There is no anywhere that is recorded that guy has kidnapped any school children, kidnapped destroyed any mosque or any church, or invaded any place. But they went because the guy was defending his own territory against the terrorists, against the foreign terrorists. They went, their military and their security outfit went and attacked their own camp. They did not only kill the guy, they chopped off his head and they took his head and put it in a stick, put it in the public, and they are taking picture with it. No matter what crime a human being has done, any sane human being, is a sane government supposed to witness that and see that and allow that to lie low? Can you see that? Can any reasonable government see that and allow it to lie low? You can never see that in any reasonable country. The people that committed that crime did not hide themselves. They didn't hide their faces. They were on camera taking video. They were on camera. Remember, the law of the country says that a man is presumed innocent until found guilty. But they took the life of an innocent man, cut off his head, and they are playing with it, taking picture with it. And it is okay for them. In Imo State, under the criminal called Hope Uzerima, these are the people that are sponsoring the atrocities in Biafra land. These are the people that are committing the genocide in Biafra land. And they will turn around and tell you, Mazi Nnamdi. They will turn around and distract you and tell you, Mazi Simon. They will turn around and look for who has to blame. How do you explain that? This is why Mazi Nnamdi is facing life sentence in Nigeria, because he wants to stop terrorism. Mazi Simon fighting to stop terrorism and secure his people. Today he's facing the appeal court in Finland. Except justice is meant for some certain people. If justice is meant for all, Mazi Simon will join us any moment from now. If justice is meant for all, with all the international pressure on Finland, he will be out and he will join us. I want us also to listen to this. This is just about history, because we need to be connecting this dot. We need to be connecting the dot. If you don't connect the dot, you won't understand. We connect the dot. When we connect it, you can be able to understand and relate with things that happened and things that are about to happen. I want us to listen to this one. It is so sad. So sad, but we must continue. We will never give up.
Now, they sell a narrative, a wrong narrative against Islam. Now, why the hatred of Islam? Now, before you don't fight, you don't feel with them. They still survive. They don't know hardship. Even the school, they live out for you. The government, they live out for you. Then they excel in their businesses.
The question is, why the hatred on the Igbos? Why the hatred on the Igbos? Why the hatred on the Biafrans? Why the attack on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why the attack on Mazi Simon Ekpa? Why are you prosecuting them? Listen to this man.
Now, they sell a narrative, a wrong narrative against the Eastern people.
Now, why the hatred of the Eastern people? Now, people, when you don't they fight, you know, feel with them. The people, they still survive. They don't know hardship. They don't know hardship. Even the school, they live out for you. The government, they live out for you. Then they excel in their businesses. If not government were wise, those people, when they excel in every small thing where they touch, they excel. You understand? Why you no call them? Today, I hear say that they do peace deal with Boko Haram, peace deal with this, peace deal with that. Why you not do peace deal with these people where God bless with
No,
business?
they will not.
Today, we they declare trillion for seaport. Now, which people they import for that seaport? Which people they do the importing and exporting? Now, still the people when they sideline. Because these people see, they say, who God don't bless, no man can cause. Now, the war of 1967, they say now war when they say these people are very small people, we just finish them in 3 days. They sustained that war for 3 years. And mind you, not the only Nigeria fights that. British follow fight. Yes, British follow fight. France follow fight. And here say Russia follow fight. Egypt follow fight. They still sustain the war for the people where you say and people are small. But now, that was then, and neither will they pray me one because then no will be like now because these people don't wise. They don't get money.
Tell them.
So you cannot underestimate them.
Tell
Call
them.
for dialogue. Okay, now they complain of what would they call that? Marginalization. Say we don't recognize us. We say okay, we want Nigeria. Okay, the war don't finish. Right, let's come back. Everybody will get any property we get. You see, the death of Ojuku father, and that war was because he was a very billionaire. I don't know whether I did right. Correct me. But he was successful in his business. Nine money, he take train Ojuku for school. He was rich, quiet building, now he get a book. All those things are seized properties. The man not there before he died. And let me shock you. Ojuku get another brother, a step brother will be white. Do you know Ojuku brother died in the course of that war?
No, they don't know.
Brother, his step brother.
They don't know. How they gonna know? They listen to history.
So much. He don't agree travel out. He stayed, fight for Ojuku. He died in the course of that war. Many people don't know so Ojuku get brother, white brother. You understand? He fought with Ojuku for that war. Now, at the end of the day now, you see, information don't they come, reality don't they come, say, you see all those things where they say now propaganda. They say now Igbo people. But you see, most people don't write book, go on writing book. You know, I can tell you anything where you read for book, now the writer's opinion. Go on, not still come out.
Yeah, that is it. Even when the truth is out, Gowon wrote his own book, he still failed to acknowledge the truth. He still failed to acknowledge. This is why our agitation will never stop. Even when the truth, the confession is coming from right, left, and center. Confession is coming everywhere. That coup was never an Igbo coup. It has nothing to do with the Igbos. Even at that, the people that perpetrated that atrocity, the people that committed genocide, are still standing their ground. And they are still lying. Even when truth is coming out, the people that committed genocide against us are still lying against us. For our face, so they are still lying against us. And you want us to stop. Mazi Nnamdi has said, we will never stop. If you're not ready to join us, you better get out. We will not stop. Mazi Nnamdi said it. He said, we will not stop. That is the word of Mazi Nnamdi. We will not stop. In case you think we will chicken out, we will just run away, we will not stop. That is the word of Mazi Nnamdi. In case you never heard it, I want to play it so that you can hear it directly from our screen of Mazi Nnamdi. That we will never stop. We will never stop. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you feel. We will never stop.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop. God knows we can never stop until Biafra is restored. We are peace-loving people. We abhor death and killing of another soul. It's in our nature, that's how we are. But because of that, they have been coming and killing us all these years. We've kept quiet. They've been killing and killing and killing quiet. We have a case at the ICC. We have a case at Africa Union. We have a case of what else again? Pending before the UN in New York. We've been to Geneva to tender our case. Before UN, till today, nothing. In fact, the more we complain to them, the more they come to abduct and rape our children, the more they come to kill us, the more they want to take over our land and our forests. And who told them that's going to be possible in our time? In a movement that I lead, you think you can come into our land and take it over? Oh dear. That means you don't know who we are.
That is our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaking. That's our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu speaking. We will never stop. No matter how they try, we will never stop. And if you're not okay with it, you better get out. Those of you who are acting as saboteurs, pushing your propaganda and blackmail, go and tell them. Our eternal leader, Dim Odumegwu, sacrificed. How many of you know that he has a brother? How many of you know that our eternal leader had a white brother that died during the Civil War? How many of you knew? They don't want you to know history. But I thank Chuks that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu today, this is why they want him dead. It is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that gave this kind of people courage on their radio station to speak the truth. On their radio station, you see the man revealing information. That thing they don't want you to see. They don't want to put in writing. They want to teach you in school. On radio, on social media, we will teach you. All you need to do is to pay attention to the right information. Not gossiping, not attacking your brother and your sister. Pay attention to the right information. You will hear everything you want to hear. The truth and nothing but the truth. We will keep on revealing information that they don't want you to hear. As long as we are here on the media, many people are getting courage from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Samaneba, and more truth will be coming out.
In Papa born that boy with a woman from bigger and he loved so much. He get the money when he fly out for months to go in country, but you know he died for that war. He died for that war.
That's the brother to Jubu.
Tom Bigger died here now. Jubu step brother. You understand? All right. Now the country was given out. Azikiwe was the president in ceremonial capacity, while the prime minister didn't get the power to implement and do everything. You understand? Now after that, problems start for Nigeria. Problems start immediately because, like they always tell you now, those people who are the mistake they call our founding father, they don't found them.
Founded indeed.
And since then,
found with
people not tell me you don't ever hear. See, when you don't serve for this country, whether you serve well or you don't serve well, your generation don't ever suffer. You don't ever hear say, I'm going to build children to find work.
For where?
You don't hear say, children to find work. You don't hear say, Nnamdi and children to find work.
Work for
You don't hear say, I want our children to find work. I think that you don't hear. They put them and they put care of them. Yes, they don't ever find work. In fact, Shagari became self. I think whether in our house or whether in our Senate, you remember it. You understand? All of them, their children are mates. I stand to be correct. Except the one we don't get ahead. Except the one we don't get ahead. You understand? Even the one we die for throne, you don't even hear some children they look for work. Now, when the military take over, before you know, some group of soldiers who plan. And you see, when there is love. You don't see the visit Ibadan. When that they go up, they come meet and say, they come meet the premier, maybe a kingdom. Say, Lala, he don't believe in this door for anybody. You waste time, cash you count out. Because the first we pause the counter when they say you don't see no proof. You're supposed to go. Your problem start to and then find the house. kaput. All of, you see, the killing will happen. Now, the Igbo people supposed to be complain for this country.
No.
Because now then get casualties.
No.
But the narrative, because they don't write the script, the narrative change. Now, shift to 1967, there was disagreement on how the leadership of the country they go. You understand? Now, they go Aburi for Ghana. The president of Ghana invited to settle their matter. So, okay, see, as when I go run this one, see, make everything they equal. And say, go one agree here. But immediately when you come back, because if you be president for this country, not you, there is another power when they tell you what to do. I start to be corrected. If I lie, make somebody correct me. There is another power.
It is truth.
When they tell you,
there is no lie. What you are saying is the truth.
Now they fight that war for 3 years. Millions of people died. The both parties get casualties, and no one begin to mention number because nobody they accurate number. We can only assume and exaggerate, but people die. The Igbo and then lose parts, both properties, and the Nigeria they don't lose property, they get casualties. Now, make you know, say, you see, these people when say they give us independence, they give us democracy, they don't get good plan for us. At the end of the day, we fight ourselves. Then they loot within the one loot. Carry they go, they give us gun. We they happily they collect gun. They kill ourselves, they give us bullets. We they kill ourselves. Now, me, when I look at them, I go say the thing be like genocide because apart from Ojukwu we go to agreement, the Eastern people they do their normal business for their state. They don't expect war. They don't even get gun.
Yes.
They have to begin they creative. They begin to improvise. They do locally made guns. You understand? They do locally made armor tank. Take palm oil, fly aeroplane. I know so many people don't know this thing. Some of those engineers when do those things, one of them still their life. Take palm oil, fly aeroplane, fuel, because they were rich in palm oil. But all these things they don't go tell you now. And we not care to know because we know the green. Now when we skip the war, we come back and settle what Nigeria is this. But after the war, whether you like make you be billionaire, they give you 20 pounds. Now then they still okay. The other section of Nigeria still okay. Their property they the people who fight war for the East, all of them lose their properties, their money, their family members, and now these people start all over from the scratch, building themselves again, helping themselves to climb. That is why you see them travel out everywhere, go different states. Because nothing they there again. Bomb even don't destroy their land. Things don't grow well. Some people they back, some people come out. That was why Lagos can't be like America. They come, everybody, they come travel, come out, go Kanu, go Sokoto, go different. Even after they can put them for different states before even the war. You understand? So the narrative where they don't sell, where press, when they don't take press, sell. It gives them bad name. But these people, I won't lie to you. Now my own personal opinion, I will tell you. Now these people be the symbol of this country. If I happen to be president, I will call these people, they are not with them. Give them the opportunity. If you give these people opportunity, they will grow more than this. Nigeria for them better pass this.
They're not going to
But because of sentiment.
because Nigeria is not meant to grow.
If we go back to history, since 1960, we don't get independent. How far have we gone? Since 1960, okay, Igbo man will never rule, Abi. Igbo man started as ceremonial president, Abi. He not achieve anything, Abi. I go university enter, spend 6 months, he not achieve anything. Now the two Igbo men be that. After that, no any other Igbo man. Are you getting me? He entered October 1st, 1963. You know, to January 16, 1960. Sorry, he spent about 2.5 years. You understand? You don't achieve anything. Now I wonder why they still blame the Eastern people for the backwardness of the country. Now they don't get power. They say they don't go rule again. Abi, let me begin to see people with all. Abi, okay, when we leave all those ones, let me come down to the people. Or come down to the military. Or come down to the military. After doing university, General Gowon. After Gowon are from the north, Abi.
yeah. After the one, Muritala entered. Muritala from the north, Kanu State, he was killed by his own brother. He was killed by his own mother.
Dinka.
Maybe Dinka. That is the one, north. Muritala north,
Yes.
After Muritala come out, when they kill him, when they catch Dinka, kill him. Talk about Dinka that day when they say nobody feel for a house. Olusegun Obasanjo enter from the west, Oh yeah, they go. Now, Shehu Shagari enter from the west. After Shehu Shagari, Buhari enter from the north,
Yes.
Good. After Buhari, Babangida enter from the north,
Yes.
Good. After Babangida, he step aside, he put Shonekon. Shonekon not even spend 3 months there. Abacha enter from the north, This thing can become southwest and north,
Yes.
After General Sani Abacha, he died for power. Abdul Salam enter from the north again, they go. Now, after that one, Umaru Musa Yar'Adua enter, not be from the north again. Then God's intervention, good luck was not in the plan. Good luck enter. No be so? Good. After good luck come out, Buhari enter. After Buhari enter, nothing good here now. So what happened to Nigeria? Igbo man no. Why did Nigeria never succeed?
Mm-hmm.
You see sentiment. Why did Nigeria never succeed?
No.
Now we get easy.
Igbo man see hold them.
Somebody say, "Una know they treat us well. We want go in the prison. They proscribe us." Another people come say, "We want to take over the country. You want to their country to be our
They radicalize them.
to our own." They don't proscribe them. They change them. They name to bandits. They kill them. They maim them. They do nothing. They happen. Today, confession don't they come out. A youth from the north. Now, don't they accuse Ndume? Ndume now. They counter accuse the guy. You see, fight, don't they? Now, them still agree, say, that them import these people because of election to come into Nigeria. How does that make you a patriotic citizen? Does that show that you love your country? When you go bring terrorists to come and begin to bastardize, destroy things, kill people in the name of waiting. You want to dominate and take over the whole country. Where those who get the land will come go now. You see them? So they don't sell a wrong narrative for us, and we don't really understand. The Igbos now, they leave the politics, they leave the government, then they do their business. Still,
they don't leave us alone.
Take the politics, take the government, even take the military, take everything. We want to do our business. After they give you 20 pounds, you still succeed past the people who accumulate everything. That one don't reach when we say the Nigerian citizens as a whole from every region go begin to think right. Like I match them here. I go bring in the Asaba people later. Time don't reach.
You just had this man just made a very you see, this is why these things are very important. Like today, that Mazi Simon Ekpa is facing court. It's because of these things. It's because of these things that this man is talking about. That is why Mazi Simon Ekpa is in court today. That is why Mazi Nnamdi is facing a life sentence in Nigeria for false accusation. False accusation out of hatred, envy, and jealousy. That is why we are being persecuted. It's out of envy and jealousy. That is why Mazi Simon Ekpa today is in court. But we are not going to lose hope. We will continue to fight until our freedom is guaranteed. I thank Chukwu Okike-Abiama and I thank all Biafrans that are supporting Mazi Simon Ekpa. The unity the Biafrans have this time is commendable. Every Biafran from all across the world, all of them from different groups, assembled in Finland. The only purpose is to support our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, no matter the group where you belong, no matter who you respect and who you don't respect. We keep all our differences aside. And this is what I have been talking about, the unity of purpose. Unity of purpose. Look at yesterday, in that protest yesterday, Biafrans from all across region, different groups, different angles, everybody came together and they were protesting. Release our Prime Minister. Release our Prime Minister. Why can't we use the same mind and continue to pursue our freedom? Why? Why is it so difficult for us? Why are we allowing our enemies to rejoice? Look at some people. The XDOX, they are there attacking Mazi Nnamdi, and they still claim that they want freedom. If you go to their platform, the XDOX, they don't have any program, they don't have any project. As we speak, IPOB is in Knesset. IPOB is in Knesset. Our sister in Israel is doing a marvelous work. That's my sister in Israel, taking members of IPOB to make a case for Biafra in Knesset. But another group is there. Another group is there. The SAT DOS, they are there accusing Mazi Nnamdi, accusing Mazi Samaneba, insulting Mazi Nnamdi, insulting Mazi Samaneba, and ask them, what is your own project on getting Biafra? They don't have any. There is no plan. There is no project whatsoever. They don't have any single project or plan. But what did they do? The only thing they know how to do is to continue to destroy the reputation of our Prime Minister, destroy the reputation of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi. And you think by doing that you are doing yourself good. Or you think by doing that, oh, you become respected. By doing that, the Biafrans will now follow you. That is the dumbest thing for anybody to think. The dumbest thing for anybody to think. That by your propaganda and blackmail, that all of a sudden, people will now begin to listen to you. You are an idiot if you think so. If you think that your propaganda and blackmail will lead you to anywhere, you are an idiot. The worst idiot I have ever seen. Because you are not going to make it. You are not going to make it. Nobody is going to follow you. Nobody is going to listen to you. You will only end up destroying your own image. You will destroy your own image, destroy your own reputation, just as they have destroyed themselves. All this bunch of criminals, they have destroyed themselves. And they are still there claiming that they are fighting for Biafra. I don't know the Biafra they are fighting for. I don't know the kind of Biafra they are fighting for. Meanwhile, those who are serious are there doing the needful. Doing the needful. Members of IPOB in Knesset doing the needful. Why is it that you will not do the same? Why is it so difficult for us to follow the right thing? Why is it so difficult for us to listen to the reality of the day? Why is it so difficult for us to focus? Today, Mazi Samaneba is standing for us in the court. And whatever happens in the next few days, the case is, remember the case is from the 5th up until 21st. What we know that the case have kicked off today, and remember it was said that today is just to arrange. Today is a meeting of the prosecutors and the defense team. They will know each other, introduce each other, then they will plan modality for the case. Then after the modality planning, then they will give us the timetable on the presentation on how it will happen. And when it comes to appearance inside the court, we will now know. Remember, the case is happening in Finland. It's not like in Nigeria where we will get all the information. Information that is coming from Finland is sketchy. So we only show and speak about what we are doing. Remember, I always advise that we should only speak about what we are sure of. Anything that you're not sure about, there's no point speaking about things that you're not sure about. Speak about the informations you are sure about. Anything that you're not particularly sure about, don't speak about it. There's no law that says that you must speak. But the only thing that the world has to know is that for you to understand the origin of the problem, you must look at the origin. The origin of the modern Nigeria. To understand today's debates, it is useful to look at history. That is why I played those videos I played. Modern Nigeria emerged through British colonial administration. During the late 19th and early 20th century, in 1914, the British administration combined the North and Southern Protectorate into one colony. That is the genesis of the problem. People that have nothing in common, people that don't have the same ideology, we don't have the same value system. The British forced us together. That is the genesis of the problem. Historians have long debated the motivation behind this decision. Many point to the administrative efficiency and economic consideration. Others argue that it is brought together community with different languages, culture, political tradition, and religious background without broad public consultation. That is the problem. That is the problem. Bringing together communities with different language, culture, political traditions, and religious background without broad public consultation. That is the problem. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi is facing a life sentence. That is why Mazi Simon Ekpa is facing the court. Since independence that they claimed they have since 1960, Nigeria has continued to debate whether the country's federal structure has adequately addressed this diversity. Since 1960, how many years now? The debate is still on. They have not been able to have a nation. Different scholars reach different conclusions. Some believe Nigerian diversity is a strength, and you and I know it is not. They believe that Nigerian diversity is a strength that can succeed under effective governance and inclusive institutions. But you and I know, and a person like me, I argue, that constitutional reform are necessary to reduce tension and improve representation. But you and I know that the diversity of Nigeria is the reason Nigeria will never succeed. The diversity of Nigeria is not strength, it is destruction. What is called, described properly by our Prime Minister as destructive diversity. That is what you have in Nigeria. Destructive diversity, and there is nothing you can do to change it. That is why Mazi Nnamdi is pursuing self-determination. That is why Mazi Simon Ekpa is pursuing self-determination. They are not terrorists. These are human rights activists, prisoners of conscience, pursuing the freedom of their people. The Nigerian Civil War between 1967 and 1970 remained one of the most significant events in the country's history. One of the most significant events in the country's history that can never be forgotten. That people see as the basis of what we are examining today also. The conflict followed a period marked by political instability, military coup, regional tension, and violence. The war resulted in tremendous human estimate of civilian death, varying widely, and many families experienced displaced, famine, and loss. Millions of Biafrans lost their life during that civil war, which is genocide, as per se, supported by the British. They do not lose their life on bullets. They were starved to death, which is a war crime. A war crime committed against the Biafrans. Up to today, it has not been recognized as a war crime. The people that committed that crime are still being celebrated. The British refused to acknowledge the genocide against the Biafrans. Still days. And that is why Mazi Nnamdi is speaking. That is why Mazi Simon Ekpa is saying what he's saying. And that is why these our leaders are fighting to protect ourselves, our people, and say never again. We will not watch another genocide happen, not in our lifetime. That is why Mazi Nnamdi is fighting. That is why Mazi Simon Ekpa is fighting. And that is why today both of them are facing the court. Because they say they will not watch another genocide happen in our land. Not by Nigeria, not by British, not by any country of the world. We will not allow that. Although the war ended more than 5 decades ago, memory of the period continues to influence political discussion today, especially in southeastern Nigeria. The war ended, but did it end? It never ended. They only changed the routine and the system of the war. The war is still going on till tomorrow. Biafran war is still going on till tomorrow. It's still going on. Many families still pass this experience from one generation to the next. We are still facing genocide. We are still facing the war. We can still feel it. We can still see jets flying around and throwing bombs in our land. We can see dead bodies littered in our land. We still see hunger. So the war is not over. And that is why people will never stop supporting our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The Biafrans will never stop supporting Mazi Simon Ekpa because they know what they stand for. Supporters of the Biafran movement will always point to several concerns. These are the concerns we are pointing at every day. Every supporter of Biafra movement, we have concerns we are pointing at, which the federal government don't want to look at. And those concerns are, we believe Southeastern Nigeria has experienced political and economic marginalization. Historical grievances have not been fully addressed. It has not even fully, it has not been addressed. The 3R was not ever attended to. And instead of attending to the 3R, they are continuing to marginalize us economically in every angle, in every corner. Insecurity, the protection of communities. Our communities have been made insecure by Nigerian government. Nigerian government militarize our place and create way for terrorists to flood in. What they are busy is fighting against those who are protecting our land, just as they took the life of one of our commanders, cut off his head, and they are celebrating it. But the most painful thing is that they have succeeded in using hunger to impoverish our people so that our people will join them in that atrocity. And many Biafrans are joining them in fighting against their own people. All we are asking for is self-determination. Self-determination is what we are asking for. Every Biafran. And that is why we will continue to stand behind Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, for better, for worse. It doesn't matter what you feel, what you think, or how you feel about it. We will continue to stand behind our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. However, many other Nigerians disagree with us when we say what we say. They believe national unity should be preserved while addressing grievances through consultative reform. But is Nigeria ready to consult? Nigerian government is not ready to consult anybody. That is why sometimes when you see people, telling us, why are you asking for Biafra? Every time you're talking about Biafra, why are you people always wanting to go? Why do you want to break out of Nigeria? We are better one. Let's talk about unity. Unity for what? Who is going to bring that unity? How do you want to unite with somebody who doesn't want to unite with you? The federal government of Nigeria is not ready to make any unity. How can you talk about unity? Now you are reintegrating terrorists. Meanwhile, the innocent citizens that are demanding for their rights, you are killing them. How do you want to stand in that? They talk about constitutional reform. Which constitutional reform? You have done your Okuta panel. It didn't work. You did the one that Goodluck John constitutional conference. It didn't work. Because Nigeria is not meant to work. Is it election? Look at what's happening in election. Just the past election, the election that brought Tinubu is rigged. It's a fake election. They know that he did not win. The whole world saw it, but yet he is there. And today he's running and trying to go back again. So are you going to tell me that you will correct the situation in Nigeria with election? You cannot. Election can never bring correction in Nigeria. The person that is there today came in fraudulently, and he's still going back fraudulently. Whoever comes there, except you are fraudulent, you can't come there. Nigeria is not ready to dialogue. Instead, their dialogue is with the terrorists. Talk about improving their institutions. They are not ready to improve their institution. Today, the court, the police, the army, they are all part of the terrorism. Every one of them, the presidency, the judiciary, the administrative, all of them are part of the terrorism. So how do anybody want to tell us to stop and forget about our freedom? How? On what basis are you going to tell a Biafran to stop agitation for self-determination? On what basis? On what basis? No matter what they say, we will continue to support our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is widely known as leading figure associated with the contemporary Biafra movement. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in the front line. He is the face of the Biafra today we are talking about. Followed by our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa. Every one of us that is supporting him, we know that he is someone that is seeking for self-determination for the people to be represented. He is fighting for self-determination for the people he represents. The people that Mazi Nnamdi can represent, that Mazi Simon represent, are the people of Biafra. They are only fighting for self-determination, nothing else. The Nigerian government, on the other hand, decide to bring criminal charges against our leaders. Nigerian government criminalized self-determination because of Biafra. They criminalized self-determination. Self-determination that is something that international law backs up. African peoples and human rights law backs it up. Even Nigerian law also promotes self-determination. But because it is the Biafran people, they turn the law upside down. Look at the case of Mazi Nnamdi and how they are turning it around. The case of Mazi Simon, they were able to penetrate Finland with fake evidence that doesn't hold water. And this appeal is going to mark the beginning of their disgrace. This appeal will mark the beginning of the disgrace of the Zoological Republic. The legal proceedings of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi attracted significant public attention, both within Nigeria and outside Nigeria. They said allegations should be resolved through the court. Mazi Nnamdi have followed him through the court, won his case on several occasions in the court, and they refused to let him go. Instead, they returned him back and began to charge him based on unknown law. He was convicted with a repeat law. Mazi Nnamdi was convicted with a repeat law. And they sent him to Sokoto. And all of a sudden today, they wake up and tell us they want to bring him from to Sokoto to Abuja without the law. And Mazi Nnamdi said, I'm going nowhere. The same law that brought me to Sokoto, if I will have to go to Abuja, it has to pass through the same law. Mazi Nnamdi have put in for appeal. Nigerian government is supposed to respond to appeal within 30 days. It is not getting to 2 months and they have never responded to the appeal. Do you call that justice? Do you call that fairness? And you tell me not to talk about self-determination. You tell me to be part of Nigeria. You're an idiot. Regardless of political opinion, many legal experts emphasize that fair legal procedure are a cornerstone of justice. And that is what we are not asking for any special treatment. Fair legal procedures, they are the cornerstone of justice. And that is what we're asking for. In Finland, that's what they're asking for. In Nigeria, fair legal procedures. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? Mazi Simon Ekpa is a prominent man, as we see today. His case is over the whole, all over the world. They are watching. He has now become a prominent and controversial figure in discussion about the Biafra movement. Some call him controversial, but we, the followers, we know he is not controversial. He's just been doing the right thing. He has to do, supporting his people. He's advocating for Biafra. He's advocating for self-determination, just like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But Nigerian authorities blackmail him. They push different kinds of lies against our Prime Minister. They lied against him, brought unfounded evidence against him, which we are not properly supervised. And we believe in this very appeal. Many international lawyers are there from different parts of the world. They are in the court. International lawyers. They are there to witness what is happening. Many international organizations are witnessing. They are witness to what is happening. It's on Finland. Finland is on a hot seat to redeem themselves. And whatever they do, we set a standard for them. They have an opportunity to redeem themselves or to deepen themselves more into the hole. The legal proceeding of Mazi Simon Ekpa today has drawn international attention from all over the world. We believe that the outcome should be determined through evidence, judicial procedure, and the applicable law. Respect for due process. Protect both defendants and the integrity of the justice system. That's what we are asking. Fair hearing. Fair hearing. We are not asking for pity. Fair hearing. That's what we're asking for. Due process matters. One principle that extends beyond any individual case is the importance of due process. Due process is very, very important. The rule of law requires that allegations are tested in court. This is what Dr. Mazangara was just saying in the video I played. Allegations must be tested in court. Every allegation against Mazi Simon must be tested. They must be put to test. Because we know that every allegation they bring against Mazi are fake. Evidence needs to be examined. Every single evidence from Nigerian government and from Mazi Simon must be properly examined. There's nothing like that is too horror that you can't be able to watch. No. We are talking about terrorism case here. Every evidence must be examined. Defendants have access to legal representation. Mazi Simon should be adequately represented by his legal team. And the court must be independent. The court must be independent. Every decision must be made according to international law. According to law. This principle benefits society as a whole, not just for Mazi Simon. You don't know who is going to be tomorrow. Whatever they do today will set the president for tomorrow. People may disagree strongly about politics, but confidence in fair legal procedure helps maintain public trust. That is why the procedure must be respected. Things must be done right. The foundation of Nigeria is faulty. The foundation of Nigeria is faulty and must be destroyed and allow the people to lay a new foundation that will suit them. The foundation of Nigeria that was laid by the British. Questions about Nigeria constitution and political structure are not unique to one movement. Across the country, many commentators have discussed topics such as federalism, constitutional reform, resource allocation, devolution of power, state policing, electoral reform, and mechanical and national dialogue. The reason all these things are coming up because the foundation from the onset is wrong. It's the wrong foundation. And the easiest way to fix it is to do away with that foundation and start a new one. How do you do it? Everybody go back to their region, to your tent, O Israel. Then if we want to come back, we can write a constitution that will unite us, if we choose to. It will not make us to be enemy. It will not make us to fight each other. If we choose to come back and be together, we can write our own laws and constitutions on how to be together. If we choose to stay aside, we can stay. If we can still intermarry, we can still do business together. It doesn't stop us from anything. When they say greater decentralization will improve governance, I don't believe so. Disintegration is the ultimate. There is nothing that can strengthen what you have, the British have put in place. What British have put in place is a time bomb, and it will explode. Except you do away with it, it will definitely explode. It will definitely explode. The best thing to do is to do away with it. Do away with it. Nigeria cannot have national unity. You can speak about it, preach about it until the kingdom comes. It's been more than 60 years you are talking about national unity. You can't find it. Up to today, Nigeria is not a nation. It's not a nation. It's still operating as a company till tomorrow. Nigeria is still operating as a company till tomorrow, and we never ever succeed, no matter what you do. Scholars have identified many factors that have contributed to recurring tensions, including With all this is present, there is nothing you can do. Ethnic diversity, religious diversity, religion on inequality, competition for political power, corruption, uneven economic development, insecurity, distrust of institutions, and deferring historical narratives. With this in one country, it will never work. It will never work. Nigeria is made up of a complete disorganized people. If you want to get it right, we must end it and start something new. We must end it. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching from, and you have joined us on this platform, we must continue to be helpful, continue to pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa as he is appearing in court. Continue to pray for him. Pray for him any best way you can. He's our Prime Minister. He's standing in for us. And by the special grace of Chuks, he is definitely going to be free and he will join us very soon. No matter what the enemies are doing, no matter what they say, Mazi Simon Ekpa will definitely join us because he has not committed any crime. Every allegation against him, you and I know that they are false allegations. All are false allegations. Unfounded allegations, and we cannot allow that to cage us. We cannot allow that to shape our feelings towards him. We cannot allow that to shape our own ideas about him. So, my fellow Biafrans, I am going to come back in the evening when I'm going to bring the full update of what transpired in the court. You know, as I told you, information that are coming from Finland are sketchy. So we will only show off the things that we have seen from Finland. What we know is that the case has kicked off today. We saw when I showed Biafrans who were in the court, Biafrans who were able to make it in the court premises. They were there and waiting for the hearing. And you know that they will speak in Finnish. Inside the court, it will be done in Finnish. So you might even be in the court and you will not know what they are saying or what transpired. It's only after this whole court will we go out and then we can be able to find out what transpired and we will now share with the public. In the day that the public hearing is going to be made, we have to be televised, we will equally key in and join the program. But today marks the beginning. And the main thing that was done today is the arrangement of the case, how it's going to happen. The prosecuting counsel and defense counsel, they meet today to organize and arrange how the case is going to go. So that is what was done today. And from tomorrow and next tomorrow, we're going to be knowing how they're going to fix their dates. But already we know that on the 10th, publicly on the 10th, I think that day is going to be the major hearing where people will be allowed to go inside. But before then, if there is any change or something else comes up, we will continue to update Biafrans. Let us continue to pray for Mazi Simon Ekpa. Pray for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wherever you are. We will not stop praying for them because these are the people who have put their life on the line for you and I. These are the people who are making the ultimate sacrifice for you and I. And as long as we are here and alive, we must continue to speak on their behalf. We must continue to appreciate them. We must continue to pray for them and pray that Chuks will continue to guide them, protect them, and secure them for us. So, my fellow Biafrans, we are going to be rounding up on the program so that we can be able to come back again later in the day. We're going to be back again later in the day and continue from where we stop to bring the updates that we gathered from Finland and know how we're going to follow it up by tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining everyone, those who are watching from TikTok, those who are watching from Facebook, those that are watching from the YouTube or from X. I appreciate every one of you. Like and share the program. If you have not shared this program, I don't know why you wouldn't share it. We must create awareness and let the world know what is happening. We must let the world know what is happening. Any place you are, we must let the world know what is happening, anywhere you are. That is why you have to share the program. Share it and let everyone get this information. share this information so that everybody will know what is happening. You know, when the world pays attention, it will be difficult to give an unfair treatment. That is the importance of it. It will be difficult to give an unfair treatment. That is why we need to share information that has to do with our leaders, both Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Mazi Samareba. Now we are focusing on Mazi Samareba case. Share it and make it go viral. Let the world pay attention and follow up. May Chuks continue to guide and protect every Biafran, more especially those that made it in Finland. You will be there safely and you will return safely. No evil shall befall you. Our Prime Minister Mazi Samareba, we grant him victory. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Samareba shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Superior Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. I appreciate every one of you that have been with me on this program from the beginning to end. Please like and share. If you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It is very important so that we can be able to catch up. And also touch the notification bell. If you have not touched it, touch the notification bell so that whenever I come online, you can join me immediately and then we can run it and end it on time. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. I will be back in the evening time for another update and we'll be continuing from there. May Chuks continue to guide and protect every single one of you that have been with me from the beginning of this program to now. We have spent more than 3 hours on this program and we are going to come back. May Chuks guide and protect all of you. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Remain blessed wherever you are. See you again.
We, the Biafrans, reject global conspiracy against the Biafran people. This comment uses media to demand unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the State of Biafra, Mazi, Ekpa, Chuks, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the State of Biafra. We hereby demand immediate release, unconditional release of Prime Minister The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never accept it. It doesn't matter how we try to build it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the world is silent watching and atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Samareba is boldly asking to be free from killing. He's boldly defending his own people, trying to save the innocent life. Free Mazi Samareba now.
Thank you so much. See you later in the evening.
But then at the other side, I mean, legally you are so you. About the one that you get. Money they go to work to. Money they work for bank. When I enter for motor. Wherever they go. Wherever they go. Opposite the good. But they're not behind the side. Along the school road. I see people run. I see people run. Then I say that I'm waiting they happen. And I'm waiting they happen. I see people run. Then I say that I'm waiting they happen. And I'm waiting they happen. And I'm at the money bar. See no day for dog. See no day for dog. We better you take your eye and see. Then I call the driver. That I'm waiting. That I'm waiting. Driver hold the brake. Then I don't do that. But you waiting I see. Run waiting I see. You're welcome. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, my fellow Biafran. I want you to take a screenshot of this. Nigeria will cry. This is the end of the impunity. Nigeria will cry. Nigeria will cry at last. Welcome, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching from. You are watching live and direct on Enter Biafra, Channel 1, on IPOB, autopiloted platform all over the world. And we are streaming live all the way from Finland. And the time now is 14 past the hour anywhere you are in the world. 14 past the hour anywhere you are in the world. Finland, this is 14 past 8 p.m. In the zoo, it's 14 past 7 p.m. In Biafra land, it's 14 past 7 p.m. You're welcome. This is the 23rd day of February 2023, and we have just concluded the first sit at home, which have recorded very big success, very huge compliance from the Biafra people. And I thank you all the Biafrans. I thank you for not disappointing us. Thank you all for not disappointing us. Tomorrow is another day. We want even the fowl, the chicken, and the goat not to go out tomorrow. And then the Saturday, we're going to speak in a different Hebrew language. Biafra people, I love you all. I love you all. I am back to finish what I started. I don't fight without finishing. I told you, God is going to use me to end Nigeria. And if you are going to be the stumbling block for the freedom, God will also use me to deal with you. I am your last custom. I am your last custom. Completely last custom. If you cross me, we will show you where to go. Welcome you all as we will be here to
made this broadcast a little bit different kind of broadcast today. I am watching a lot of things going on on social media, and I laugh. All right, we're going to just go straight to the point. What we are going to do today is we are having a completely different program, different broadcast, and a special broadcast on Biafra liberation. As we embark on this journey, I welcome you all. I want you, if you are watching through the Twitter, we have over 1,300 people, almost 1,400 people on Twitter watching for the very first time. How did you people do that? The viewers on Twitter have just boom skyrocketed to 1,400 live viewers on Twitter. So we are going to switch you now to enter Biafra. All of you, your 1,000 people in Twitter, follow us and come to enter Biafra channel 1. Follow the link. You are watching me from now, and come to enter Biafra channel 1. That is where we are worshiping today. All right. You're welcome to this broadcast this evening. We've seen pictures and videos and images coming from our seat at home. I want to thank Biafra people for that. And when we are saying we want to be free, it's not only Biafra that is going to be free. A lot of nations will break. Nigeria is going to break into pieces. And we, the Biafra people, are going to break into pieces. I am telling you now, it is not anything. It is going to happen. Those of you who are planning to have election in 2023, which is next week, are going to fail. We will disappoint you, and you will disappoint yourself. All right. So we have been able to see images from our seat at home, which have recorded very huge sources, very huge sources. I want to use the opportunity to thank Biafra people for making sure that they stand their ground on our no election and on about our seat at home. Thank you very much for standing your ground and making this history together. I want you to understand that the reason why we must not allow anybody to validate Nigeria again, our own detriment, is that the time to fight once and for all is now. Nigeria has been killing our people for the past 60 years. And some of us summoned the courage to rise up and speak for the people. Irrespective of all the stumbling blocks, irrespective of all the evil people that you call us, that we call evil, irrespective of all the evil they brought against us, we have defeated them. And we continue to defeat them. The last defeat will be this Saturday. This Saturday, Biafra people, if you don't know who is your enemy now, then you are not a human being. If you do not know who is your enemy at this point, today, this day, 23rd day of February 2023, then you are not a human being. Like I said, I repeat, I am just a good guy. I am the good guy trying to make a difference. I am the good guy that decided to put my life online. I'm the good guy, irrespective of all the threats. I am still standing very tall by the special grace of God. I stand very tall against Nigeria. I stand very tall against all the criminals from Igbo. I stand very tall against all those murderers and killers of our people. And by the special grace of God, I will continue to stand very strong and very tall. We will defeat them today. We will defeat them tomorrow. We will defeat them next tomorrow. We will defeat them any day, any time. At least, there has never been any time in this Biafra, in the history of this Biafra agitation, there has never been any time that the kind of news that they were sharing on social media today were shared on anybody. Especially, of course, when you do this DSS culture and all that. I want to tell you that we have defeated them. And we will continue to defeat them any day, any time. I am here this evening to continue to maintain and tell you the reason you must not validate Nigeria coming Saturday. The election must not take place in Biafra land. We are going home. Everybody is talking. At least they have understood, they have come to understand that kidnapping Mazi and Kanu cannot stop Biafra. They have also come to understand that blackmailing me cannot stop me. Slandering my name cannot stop me. Writing all manner of things to anywhere in the world cannot stop me. I am bigger than you. What is it me propelling me? If you know, you wouldn't care. Because by the time you stop, that's when I will start. There is nothing like when your hands are clean and you are fighting a just cause. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing. I am bigger than all of you. You see this small face will be the end of impunity in Nigeria. It is going to happen this year. Our countdown continues. It's 10 days to go. 10 complete days to go. And the rhythm, the paradigm shifts. You see, I do not know why some people will choose to be slaves. When many people choose not to be slaves, some people are hell-bent to bring every other person down to be in some level with them. When I joined this struggle, I told you, if you know, before you fight me, go and ask questions. Before you fight me, go and ask questions. So people say, oh, he has his mouth is bending. His mouth is bending. Oh, there is a stroke, there is a partial stroke and all that. I am standing healthier than you, healthier than all of you. And everything that you brought to my way, I've crushed it without wasting time. And you're not asking yourself a question. Who is this American? The person you call nobody. The person, and I maintain myself. I never told you that I am somebody. I never told you that I am something. It is you who called me nobody. I did not dispute you. I accepted nobody who called me. But today, I don't think you can still look at me and still call me nobody, right? Because I did not brag. I did not brag before you started calling me nobody. You started calling me nobody, and today, Biafra people can see who is nobody and who is somebody. Let the action speak. That's what we are doing now. Let the action speak. And before you come to equity, you must come with clean hand. And I believe the action is speaking louder than any of you can imagine. So I want to encourage the Biafra people today that our sit at home continues. Our sit at home continues, and there is no going back. Our sit at home continues, and there is no going back. Tomorrow, the sit at home will start from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then from there, we have coffee. We have coffee till the next day, which is the 25th, which is Saturday. And from there, we have 6 to 6, and then from there, we have another curfew till Sunday. We want to see every major road in Biafra land locked, completely sealed. Let me tell you, if you know what you know, if you know what you know, you will know that indeed we have touched the heart. We have touched the heart of the foundation of Nigeria. And as I'm talking to you, that foundation is broken. What is remaining now is, what are you doing? Are you going to listen? Are you ready for your freedom? What are you doing? Follow instruction. Ordinary instruction. Ordinary instruction. Follow instruction. The instruction is, tomorrow, 24th, sit at home. Don't move anywhere. The instruction is on the 25th. Don't move out of your house. The instruction is very simple. On the 26th, do not move out of your house. I want to inform you, Biafras, the reason why we have this long days at home is so that when the terrorists, Nigeria government, come to kill our people, we can, our liberation army can be able to come out and defend your land, defend you from them. And when this defense starts, you don't know when it is going to end. So we have calculated this whole thing. It can't escalate more than these days. We have calculated. Once we make sure that we did not validate Nigeria in this election, Biafra is here. And it is you that have to do it. You can see today that the European Union are talking. Prominent people are talking. The European Union have come to say that they are not coming to Nigeria to validate election. That is from the chairman of the observers. That they are not coming to Nigeria to validate election. And we, the Biafra people, are saying we will not validate Nigeria again on Saturday. We have won this battle. Do not allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu suffer and all his job in this life to be wasted. Do not allow every insult, humanization, humiliation we have faced in global stage to be a waste. We have done our own part and we will continue to do. Now it is left for you. It is left for you to continue to maintain what you have done for over 1.5 years. What is it? Sit at home. And I commend the compliance today. We want the picture and the videos to litter the entire social media from Twitter. If you are not following me on Twitter, go and follow me. And I want to tell you, it is not just about following me. If you are following me on Twitter, you need to also retweet and share everything I'm posting. I'm surprised that today, just within 9 minutes, I have about 1,400 live viewers on Twitter. So why must you wait until you hear news about Ekpa before you come and join and fight for this struggle? Why? Why must you wait until Ekpa defeats enemy, colonial, before you can come out and support Ekpa and make the message go wide? Because that's what people have done today, some of you. I am very shocked that when I open Twitter, bam, I have seen 1,400 people watching live within 9 minutes. So why must you wait until there is news about Ekpa defeating enemy before you can come? Doesn't make sense. I told them, we are not in the same level. I am not in the same level with Osama. We are not in the same level. And they should know that by now. Tomorrow, Finland will protest. Biafrans in Finland will protest tomorrow. I'm going to personally submit another document to the President of Finland office. And I'm also going to submit another document to the Parliament of Finland. We are fighting head on. By tomorrow, I will submit a communication to the office of the President of Finland. My own is I will tell you and I'll do it. I will do it. And I hope that the media are going to, because now the media is all about, everywhere is Simon Ekpa and Biafra. Everywhere. Internet is on fire. Everywhere is on fire. Tomorrow, Finland will be addressed for Biafra. And they are going to know that Simon Ekpa is in Finland tomorrow. So now that we are at the finishing line, this particular task is for you in Biafra land to do. Make sure you don't need to do any other thing. This Biafra, people have died, millions have died, people are in prison, many people have been killed, and just because we are asking for freedom that did not take other people anything other than I say, let us do a referendum and that's it. They are killing us just because we are asking for freedom. Mazi Kanu is in the essence just because we ask for freedom. And today, we have opportunity to end this defeat. We have discovered their secret. The secret is that we will not validate any election. The people that are bringing this military to kill us are the people. So why would you continue to go into election that will only bring your doom? The election that will bring your death. Is that what you want to do? To bring election that will bring people, that will bring military to kill you. No, enough is enough. Enough is enough. And a lot of people, when I check social media today, a lot of people are, they are opening champagne. Nigeria is probably opening champagne. Oh, God, we have done it to, we have done it to, everybody come plus come, our problem is gone. But you didn't believe I was a problem. You did not believe I was a problem, right? Oh, come on. The problem is gone. Let us celebrate. Let us celebrate. Come on, everybody in Asoro. Get better joy. Before you are going to recover from the shock today, before you are going to recover from seeing me this evening, we have defeated the proposal. Because I know that Biafra is going to come. We are going to come everywhere. Because you will never wake up after seeing it. You wake up on Sunday. You find out that it's not validated. And that will be the thing of the end. America has spoken. America said, what did I even say? America said that democracy, they are not to dictate Nigeria democracy. They are not imposing anybody. And this is unlike America. America that will be in their country in those days, like everybody knows the role Obama played in Islam. Everybody knows. Obama played the role in single-handedly bringing this deadly man, this jihadist, to govern Nigeria. Obama was playing that role. But today, America is not playing the role. America said they don't their hand is not there. Our hand is not there. That is what America is saying. America said that their hand is not here. You see, I want people to join on this. I want to have feedback from just 5 people. So if you have the link to join, if you are watching from Enter Biafra, I'm going to post the link on Enter Biafra. If you are watching from Enter Biafra, join and let us exchange some pleasantries and let's get the feedback of how your area observed visit our home today, which was a very big success. Here we go. Right. Join us. You're welcome to the program, Chris.
Mazi Simon, good evening.
Yes, good evening from here.
Came and enjoy. We, the Biafrans, reject the global conspiracy against the Biafra people. This comment we use this media to demand the unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the Electric State, Biafra, Mazi, Simon, Ekpa, Chuks, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long time. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand an immediate release, unconditional release of Prime Minister Simon. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never, ever accept it. Doesn't matter how we try to bait it, the whole world is watching it. And it is sad that the world is silent watching atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for the freedom of people. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent life. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.